Okay, we live. Episode 42 of GhettoRig. We don't got anybody special for you today. It's gonna be like a team meeting. All right, we're gonna just be me, Jay, and Miggy here, and Emily will be joining us in a little bit.
Where's Moon? Do we have him?
No, we don't have Moon set up for today. I asked them if they wanted to come in, and I got some vague-ish responses in the chat.
Well, he can always hop on.
We don't got anybody special for you today. It's gonna be
Sorry, guys. I just accidentally turned the thing on.
Yeah, we could always add him in.
Give us a thumbs up or thumbs down. What does it look like in a camera? Is it too light, too bright? Not
Looks
bright
really
enough.
bright right now.
Too bright. It should settle here in a second.
Yeah, there we go. Good.
Yeah. So what's up, guys? How'd y'all do today?
Let me touch the dial one time. Just a tad bit much.
So, I had this idea.
It's not the one that we just had, right?
When I watch a podcast and I like it, I'm just gonna share it on a group chat, so all of you can watch it and then we can talk
you were
about
telling
it.
me about this earlier.
Yeah, because I saw this podcast. It was pretty good. It was pretty fire. It was Patrick Bet-David talking to this investigative journalist chick who pretty much did investigation on Epstein, and she wrote a couple of books. It's One Nation Under Blackmail, volume 1, and then volume 2. So she basically talks about like the most influential families in the United States, the mafia, the government, and how they're connected. Since she's an investigative journalist, she's done some investigation and apparently is able to connect some dots, right? And when she was talking about it, she pretty much named a bunch of names that were connected to Epstein, the Epstein's Island, the whole 9 yards. So I thought it was pretty interesting. So I'm going to share that podcast for everybody to watch for this Tuesday. And if we don't have a guest, then we'll talk about the podcast, which I thought is fucking interesting, because it'll kind of remind me of the show Blacklist,
I haven't watched that show.
Fuck. So the show itself is not that great, right? Like if you take the show by itself, I don't think it's like one of the best out there.
It's pretty cringy. It's like kind of corny. And
corny.
It's corny in the sense that it's just like it appeals to like a very like drama sense and like almost like a soap opera style. It gets to that point and sometimes
Yeah, I had already too many soap operas.
No, but it's not really a soap opera.
It's not a soap opera. It definitely does have drama, but the thing about the show, what intrigues me, is the main character, the bad guy that is good guy that is bad guy, right? Like that's the point. But what intrigues me is his connections and how he's able to pull things. And for the longest time, I always thought that there are people like that in the world, right? That they're like with one phone call,
they just have connections.
Take care of shit.
I mean, it gets to a point where you do have connections. I mean,
yeah,
just doing something long enough is gonna get you connections within the business. Is gonna get you out there, and you're gonna talk to people.
Well, it's not only that. It's more about like how much blackmail and shit do you have on people. Like, according to this girl, right? Like, I don't know if it's true, if it's conspiracy theories.
Let me see if I'll set it up so Alex can join us.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's like 100% correct. However, the girl makes sense. Like, she's very intelligent. Whatever she says, like the shit that she says, and then connects the dots. It's pretty crazy. I mean,
don't nobody pee touch me.
So in reality, I don't know. Like, that's what attracts me to the show, because I do think people like that exist. And this girl was kind of like an example that in reality, these people might actually exist, right? So
it's interesting.
So that, but yeah, so I'll share that for the group, and then we can all watch it, and then talk about it and see whether we agree, disagree, what y'all think and whatnot.
So we're finally going on that cruise, man. I can't wait, man.
Oh, did you book? You booked?
Yeah, I'm already booked.
You booked? What did that cost? Is it just your?
It was me and my mom. It was like a little bit of $2,300, I think it was.
2,300. Yeah. Did you guys get a balcony?
You got the balcony, right?
Yeah, I got balcony as well. I mean, I asked the guy, and he was like, "Yeah, everybody got balcony." So I was like, "Okay, I gotta get balcony."
yeah, for sure. for sure. Like, see the cruises, man.
What's your favorite place to vacation? Like, what's
Favorite place
what's
to
the
vacation?
favorite place that you've ever vacation?
It depends where I'm going for, right? Like, for example, if I'm gonna hang out with
You're
family,
gonna go chill with a family and relax.
if I'm chilling with family and relaxing, I say a resort. The reason I say a resort is because it's pretty much open seating at any time you want to eat, right?
So
It's
where is this resort at?
It doesn't matter whether it's Dominican Republic, whether it's Mexico, whether it's whatever it is.
It's got to be different. I mean, like event wise, like activities that you do. Like
Well, that's what I'm trying to say. So all of the resorts we've ever gone to in Dominican Republic, in Mexico, and things like that, they all have the same events. Even in Costa Rica, when we went, they all have the same events. Like you have your standard ATV, your standard catamaran ride, your standard parks or whatever. It's all standard. Just the terrain is different, but you're doing the same shit. Horseback riding, all of that stuff.
How about to explore new places? Like, what's your
So that's
places to
okay. So let me break it down.
Or how about this? Like, what's your favorite place to visit that's not in a resort and you're not with a family?
If I'm not in a resort and I'm not in a family, I have two options. Am I going to party and have fun?
Okay, yeah.
Or
party and have fun. I like
or
that.
I'm going to discover things.
Party and have fun.
Okay, party and have fun. Now, we done fucked up 2 years ago.
Oh, Sibet, how you doing?
Yeah, we done fucked
So
up
you
2
in
years
that
ago when we went
Barra
to Colombia.
today.
Because I think we chose the funnest place out of all the places that you could possibly go. That is pretty close by. And then after that, we've tried going different countries, and it wasn't just as much fun. In my opinion, it was the company. That's why it was fun. It was, but also Colombia had a lot of fun things to offer, like cheap food, cheap drinks, nice people, good nightclubs and things like that. So I had a ton of fun there. So if I want to go have fun for like a couple of days for the weekend, I'll fly to Colombia, right? Now, if I'm trying to explore, that would be a new place. For example, Peru.
Okay.
Peru.
So that's a place you've been wanting to go to for a while.
Peru, Argentina, maybe Panama. You know what I mean? Or like Dubai would be cool to recognize.
I don't like Dubai, man. I feel like it's just too strict.
In which way?
Like the social norms, like women having to cover up, women can't do this.
Well, it's kind of
you can't throw trash on the ground. You can't spit on the side.
That sounds like a very. I mean, I wouldn't mind raising my kids in an area like that.
Mr. Bouncer, can you?
It's just
can you
too
hear
much,
us
I think, for me personally.
No, see, you have to understand. There's a reason why the rest of the world wants to be.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Because
Ken, it's just got a lot of background noise.
Yeah, he's got a lot of static.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
There's like music running in the background.
Oh, you're getting it from who?
Huh?
You guys are hearing that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we need to have something.
It's gone.
Yeah.
So you gotta understand, they're a Muslim country, so they're gonna have very traditional, strong values, and part of those values is no PDAs, no, your woman has to be covered. That's their thing, Another thing is family is big. You can't spit. You can't trash the place. The reason.
That's why I'd say I'd like to visit. I'd like to see how it's like, what it's like. But I personally, I wouldn't like to live there.
Well, why not? Why not? Go ahead. Tell me why not.
For those reasons, like they're just too strict. It's the gamma filter on OBS that's making it much brighter.
Like even the board or the whole shelf is.
If you want to fix it, you can go to select the camera, and go right click on it. Or sorry, go to once you click it, you go to filters right under the camera.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
So you're saying it's too strict. In which sense? Which part is too strict?
The traditional Muslim.
That you can't trash?
The traditional Muslim values. I feel like I wouldn't share those traditional Muslim values.
Okay. Which part of them making you feel like...
I can't eat pork type shit.
Okay, you can't eat pork. Okay.
Constant surveillance. It's a...
I'm sure if you wanted to... Wait a minute. I'm sure if you wanted to eat pork, you would find pork in Dubai. This is Dubai at the end of the day.
You can. Dictatorship.
It's not a dictatorship.
Political.
It's not. I mean, there's
a lot of corruption in a way.
In Dubai?
Can you guys hear Moon, by the way?
Huh?
No.
Can you guys hear
No.
Moon?
Not right now.
Yeah,
we can hear him
now we can, yeah.
Okay. So, Let Moon know he won't be able to see us. I'm having some troubles.
Moon, you're not gonna be able to see us. We're having some troubles.
Did you hear?
Yeah, I heard. That's
Okay. I can hear him, but it's a little muffled.
Okay, I'll turn him up now.
He's gonna turn you up. All right, cool. So, corruption exists anywhere, especially after that episode of PBD podcast that I watched.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you say corruption, you have no idea. Like you know what I mean? Like corruption is everywhere. So
Yeah.
let's remove that. Corruption
But
exists
corruption is worse in other places than, you know.
everywhere. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like the corruption that you're thinking we have, like
Mhm.
what I thought we have, according to this girl, is not even 1% to what's going on. So what they're saying is that corruption in the United States is a lot bigger. Now I don't know. Again, I don't know if this is true or not, but what I'm trying to say, in my opinion,
I just feel like it's a lot. And sorry to cut you off. I feel like it's a lot easier to get off by the government there than the United States.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, because if you don't follow the rules, you get fucked up. Like over there, you trash, you get in trouble. You steal someone's shit, you get in trouble. Like, you know what I mean? There's are these a bad things? Necessarily, no. I mean, it's making the country better. Nobody trashes, nobody spits on sidewalks, nobody steals your shit. You can leave your car door open. There was a video of this guy. I don't know if it's true for the clout, right? Like he took his wallet, took his keys, took his watch, put it on a seat of his car, left his door open, left, came back in an hour. Somebody actually closed his door. You know what I mean?
I mean,
like,
I would probably do the same. I wouldn't take it.
yeah,
Who
but
the fuck would
yeah, but that's not the same in the United States. You leave that shit,
no, for
no
sure.
matter where you leave it,
No,
they're gonna
you can
take
leave
it.
that at the park and it's gone 2 seconds.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say, I mean, it's not necessarily that bad. I mean, do they have strict things about what you can do, cannot do? Yeah, but isn't necessarily
There's lack
a bad
of freedom and humanitarian
I mean,
rights.
you go out to the country, you can leave that shit unlocked.
Thing. No, for sure. When there's no one there for fucking miles and miles, I agree with you. You know, like for example, Justin, I'm sure can leave his shit unlocked. Nobody's gonna bother him. You know what I mean?
I bet you they
From
never
what
lock
he's
shit.
told us, I think he just leaves it in the car. Like
Yeah.
that's
So yeah, but this is like in a city. The guy left his car open in a city, and somebody actually came and closed his door because he even left the door open. You know what I mean? So overall, all I'm trying to say, bunch of rich people go and live in Dubai. The reason being because they're sheltering their families from all the fucking craziness that the rest of the world has.
Mm-hmm. I understand.
But
that.
anyway,
But for me personally, I wouldn't.
I get it.
I'm good.
I get it. But okay, so get back to the story. So if it's a trip that I'm taking to know a place, then that would be, again, as I said, Peru, Argentina, Dubai, maybe go to Antarctica, try to experience that
Antarctica
life.
would be cool.
Yeah, so try to do that
Freezing.
Jacques Cousteau bullshit. You know what I
No,
mean?
I don't know anything about Antarctica. Like,
Yeah,
it's not a
that'd be
place.
cool.
It's a place I would like to visit, but it's not a place I would go vacation type shit.
Now, if I'm with the family, it would be a resort. The reason I'm saying this is because, especially if you have a large group, everybody can kind of sleep and come out whenever they're ready. Everyone can kind of go and eat whenever they want. And then everyone kind of can come in and do activities that they want to do. And if they don't want to do, they don't. And then you just kind of hang out by the pool. Everybody
Yeah, it's
just
not
kind of
gonna
comes in and leaves. You kind of drinking, laughing, listening to music. You're tired, you go sleep. You know exactly where to find them. You know, so it's pretty...
It's convenient.
It's pretty enclosed,
Yeah.
right? So it's a pretty controlled environment, right? So I would say that. If it's with the boys, I would say weekend trip, 3-4 days max. Definitely outside of United States. So if it's if I want to see family, then I go to Europe, obviously, and hang out with them.
Yeah, that's nice too because then you could hang out with them and then like hop around Europe. I've never been to
Well,
Europe. That's
you
a place
have-
I'd like to visit.
Yeah, you have to understand when you're with the family is pretty selfish. They want to have you there for the most of the time.
That too, yeah.
So
I can see that.
So that trip, like, you're going to Europe and you're gonna only spend 3 days with them
Yeah.
because you need at least minimum 3 days per each country. So or even a city, like
It's just
3-4
not enough
days
time.
minimum. So you don't have enough time.
What's up, Alex? So you won't be
And
able
then-
to see us because having some technical difficulties, and then the stream, you guys won't be able to see Alex, but he's joining us here tonight. We were testing out some stuff before it went live, so the scenes for you guys to be able to see him is a little all over the place. So.
And cruises are probably last ones on my list.
Why?
I
I
Because
like
of
cruises.
petri disk of disease.
that, and then like the whole idea of like you can only eat during this time, and then you
No,
go
I mean,
there. There's lines of people always.
They had a buffet
Yeah,
last
yeah.
time
They
I
have a
went.
buffet that they have open most of the time.
Yeah.
There's always food to get. Maybe like the restaurants are closed
Yeah.
during certain times.
You can't get lobster.
I think it's the
Yeah.
it's being locked on a sea and not being able to get out. I don't want to say it's claustrophobia
It's not
because it's really
claustrophobia,
it's not like being in an elevator, right? Like, but it's like,
It's the fear of not being able to do anything if something goes down.
well, not even that. It's just on a first day you done already crawled throughout the entire ship. You know exactly where the shit is. You know what I mean?
Not me. It takes me a couple of days.
Yeah, me on a first day, I'm all fucking. I already know exactly where it is, what floor has what, like, cause I'm bouncing back and forth, right?
I don't know. I like cruises. They're really fun.
I'm sure it's when you're with a group of people, it's different. Like, you know, I mean,
That's what you need.
we went on a bachelor party on a cruise. There were 7 dudes, and all we did was drink, party, yell, scream, and play music. It was fun.
I don't know. I enjoy cruises. Going to different spots during the same vacation.
Get drunk at each vacation.
Dedicated days for doing nothing. Not doing nothing, but like relaxing. Like the days you're at sea, you get to do shit on the ship and just spend your time walking around.
That last day coming back though.
I think it's the seeing the same faces.
I like it.
I think it's seeing the same faces of people at the bars that I don't like.
Well, lucky for you, you have 50 people going.
No, not from the family and friends. Like the other people that are on a cruise. It's seeing their faces. And plus, cruises have gambling on them, which I'm not big on gambling. If one of the party members gambling, to me, like that completely throws off the entire vibe. Because I don't agree with gambling. I think it's just a
It
fool's
just
errand.
depends on
you
how
know?
much gambling you're doing, I guess. I wouldn't draw more
And
than
how
50.
much you're winning.
That's that too. If you get some money,
Yeah, but to me, that's boring as shit. Sitting there on the table.
that's why that family member is gonna stay there, and we're leaving. If that's what you want to do, you can go do that. It's cool.
No, I know.
My
I
dad
know.
likes to gamble every time we go.
Yeah.
He plays poker every time we go on
Yeah.
cruises. And
I can legally play poker now at a table, so that's
Yeah, so
fun.
I don't know that the gambling
Poker's a
part is
risky
not
one.
big.
I
Yeah,
wouldn't do poker. I'd probably do blackjack at a table, which also I can now do.
Can you count cards?
No, I cannot. I can barely count.
Roulette.
Roulette.
Yeah.
I like
White.
roulette.
black,
black
black,
and
red,
red, sorry.
black and red roulette,
Yeah, that's fun.
black and red, or even craps. Craps are pretty good from what I understand. If you understand how to play them, you can. It depends on somebody who's shooting. You can fucking win hella money too with craps.
I think I would play poker if I went.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's just the game I know how to play. That's the only one I know how to play.
Like 5-card or Texan Hold'em.
The Texas Hold'em.
But the best travel thing that I have is if you go traveling with someone that's on the same wavelength as
Well,
you.
both. Man.
If they like, you know, if you're waking up 6 in the morning, they're like, yeah, bro, I'm ready 6 in the morning. Let's go. You know what I mean? And then you're on the same wavelength where it's like, okay, we're going to go do this. And they're like down with it. Like,
That's
fuck
fun.
yeah, let's go.
That's fun.
And then when you run out of shit to do, they're like, hey, I know this thing. Let's go do that. And then you're constantly moving and you getting to know places. I think
I
that
like
those are
doing
the
research.
most fun
I like
vacations.
doing.
To me-
I like doing the research beforehand. That way, when I do get there,
There's
I don't
not
have
much different from
do all
going to
that.
like Punta Cana than to a cruise.
You're right.
It's kind of like the same setup. You know, you're on this resort that has a bunch of shit for you to do at the resort. The cruises really have more
Yes.
than like
Punta
all
Cana.
inclusive Punta Cana would have. Like
You have
Punta
more-
Cana,
you have
maybe a
more
couple clubs.
activities.
Plus the pools and hot tubs on cruises are
Yeah.
always fucking crowded. Like
yeah,
you never
they
have
usually are.
space.
No, Zeus,
A
go.
little bit. Last time I was on a cruise, it wasn't too bad.
I've yet to go to a resort where the pool is so fucking crowded that you can't get in. You know what I mean? And then usually in Punta Cana, you want to drink, they're fucking right there on the top of you. You know what I mean? Especially if you tip them, they're boom, boom, boom. Drinks are
The people
coming.
on cruises are pretty good.
Yeah.
From what I've been on there, they're pretty. It's pretty similar. I actually not like go. I actually like to compare the two for that reason too, because of how good they are at like serving their clients and the people that stay. What's up?
We got the next member of GhettoRig joining.
Everyone again.
You're good. We'll bring this down.
I've already done that twice.
Good thing I have long legs.
I was gonna say, damn, she just done stepped over everything.
Bro, I had to,
Eddie was doing one at a time.
yeah, I had to do 2 steps.
So
up,
yeah,
guys?
so
Why does the light go back and forth randomly? You see that?
Yeah,
I
it's
got
the focusing.
close.
It's the aperture focusing.
No, but I'm saying like it did it before she even got in camera.
it
Well,
could
that's
read. It
because
could read
it's-
her
it's-
mind.
it's
Merry
kind of
Christmas.
Thank
on
you.
the
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas.
Spectrum.
Did you find your brownies?
No, I'll get them later.
I'll go get it.
What the heck is that?
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'll read. I'll
I'll
eat it later. I'll eat it later.
What the fuck? I didn't know it was strawberry Fanta.
Bro, you never had what?
What you want to the
You never
Chinese
had
market or something?
strawberry
No, I went to
Fanta?
7-Eleven.
This is like normal kind of Fanta, not even like that.
Nah, you don't see people walking
Mango
around with
shit or-
strawberry Fanta.
What you
dog.
mean? Yeah, we
Bro.
they
It's
do.
the first time I seen a strawberry Fanta.
It's okay. The only one I can say is more famous than strawberry is orange.
pineapple.
No,
Pineapple's
not,
pretty popular too, though.
but not more popular than the strawberry. Over time periods, nah. Recently, you see the pineapple a lot because they want to appeal for the pineapple and mango and
Thank
shit.
you.
Have you had
Zeus,
the,
go.
Have you had the Inca Cola?
Yes, that shit's delicious.
You know what I had for the first time they did that I really liked? Colombiana.
Colombiana is pretty
Really
good.
good. Oh, it was with you guys. We went out.
Yes,
That's a
yes.
soda,
Went
right?
to that
Yeah,
Colombian,
it's-
Colombian.
It's kind of like it's kind of like a cola, but it's different. It's not the same.
It's not the same, no.
And it has
It's
it
not
has
a
a reddish.
cola.
It's red. It's like a reddish color, but it's kind of like.
I would say it's similar to like Copiña.
it is like a hopiña, but it has nothing to do with pineapple. I don't think so. But I could be absolutely wrong. I mean, it's a pineapple soda, but I didn't see that it said pineapple. It just said natural flavors. It said natural flavors on.
Yeah,
the
you know
thing.
that shit ain't natural.
I
Nothing natural
mean,
about that.
Who knows?
Shit tastes like a mix of Red Bull
Who
and
knows? I like it.
cola. Yeah, I like it too.
Artificial.
What'd you say?
Artificial.
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 Yeah, a little bit of that. But I think on vacations, what's more important is the company that you're with. I think that's like the number one thing on vacations because you can only eat so much food. After a while, food starts becoming fucking the same shit. No matter where you
Yeah, you
go,
don't wanna
you
eat
eat
no
the
more.
same thing.
Yeah.
It's all about like really on vacations. It's all about the experiences. You know what I mean? I think that's what matters. Like the bonding with friends, and I
mean-
really like guys trips because you get to really bond with the dudes. Like you sit down, you talk shit, you laugh. You know.
I like personally like I'm not the
People
biggest
watching.
fan of going out. Like you guys know that I don't
People
really like
watching is fun.
what people
watching
watching.
is fun.
Yeah, that shit could be entertaining sometimes. People like to do dumb shit. I don't really like going out, right? So you guys know this. I don't like going to the club, none
So
of that.
what you're saying is you're trying to go out more often.
What he's saying,
No.
he's a freaking viejo.
What I'm
Avalon-
saying is I'm a
Avalon
freaking
this
viejo.
weekend?
So when we go on cruises,
Okay.
I like to just sit around and like hang out and do exactly what he's just saying. So you get to do a lot of that on cruises.
Yeah, cause see, like I mean, technically, when
I
we
mean,
went
you
to
get to do a
Colombia,
lot
we,
of that anywhere.
when we went to Colombia, we did go out. We went out every fucking night, but there was something different about it. It wasn't just going out. It was just like having a group of guys that are all on the same wavelength. We're all kind of like partying,
Fucking
having
animals.
fun, having drinks.
You
You
should've
know,
went, Miggy.
talking
You should've
shit.
fucking went.
Yeah, you should have went, bro. We're just talking shit, and then
We had
the
so much
next
fun.
morning, like the day before, everybody was drunk, crazy drunk. The next morning, you wake up. Okay, I wake up early, for example. I go down there. I start eating breakfast. I see everybody slowly starting to come down. Everyone is hungover. You know, everyone is hungover, but they all have like smiles on their faces when they see you. Like give you the high fives. They're like, "Hey, what are you
I'm drunk
eating?
as shit, bro.
What's good? Yeah. What's good? What's bad, bro? Like last night, we called some people. They brought burgers, and I'm like, you motherfuckers, why don't you tell me about it? You know, I would have had some burgers too. Like it's just different. I don't know what it is. It's not like you going out, but you're really not going out because it's like
We fucked up going to a hotel with no pool though.
yes, we did. But the next hotel that we went to a month later, that had a pool.
Yeah, you guys
man,
went right after.
Bro, that bitch was fucking cold. After 10 o'clock, they turned the heating off.
Oh, you're saying the one that was on like the rooftop?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, Lynette
that
was
pool
talking to me
was
about that. She said it
cold,
was
man.
nice, but like it was cold. She said it was like slightly heated. That if you would stand where the little jets were, you could feel the heat coming
Yes.
through.
Yeah, that
But the
shit
actual
was
pool itself
cold,
So
was
you
cold.
went with
cold.
Lynette and Arthur right after that?
And
Yes,
Damaris
so
and Ozzy too, right?
Ozzy, Arthur, and someone else liked it so much they took their wives there. And Mauricio and I were having a drink and we're like, fuck these motherfuckers, they're having too much fun. We need to go. So we booked the trip on Friday. flew out that next day. So that was fun.
That's how I feel right now about DR. Last night, listen, okay, so yesterday, I'm like, I'm going to check the flights. If they're cheap, I'm just going to buy them and just call Eddie and be like, pack your fucking bag. Like, fuck it, right? I checked. It was $1,000, like more than $1,000 for both of us without bags. And I was like, fuck, never mind. I'm not just going to book it. Then I'm sitting with your brother's house with Lynette while she's packing. And I was like, check the flights. Let's see how much they say now. Still the same price. Literally not even 2 minutes went by. I was like, where'd you look? And she was like, just Google. When I looked, it was like $200 each.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm going to call him. I'm going to call him. I called him. He's like, no, we can't go. We can't go. Blah, blah. Like an hour later, when I leave Lynette's house, he calls me and he's like, if we were to go, who would do the account? And I'm like, well, it's too late now. If you would have said yes an hour ago, we were going to find someone.
Too, you know, that's another thing.
I mean, I know somebody who, like, you pay and they'll just come here and take them out and whatever.
That's true.
So we could have told her to come, like, twice a day, and then whoever else could have came.
I mean, when it comes to Nala, I would be fine with my grandpa coming.
It's the Zeus, bro.
It's the Zeus.
It's the Zeus.
It's the Zeus.
The Zeus. But, like...
Yeah, I want to try something, actually, because I don't like not being able to see Alex. I'm going to try you doing Skype instead.
Oh, you're not seeing him?
Because we can't see him.
He misses my face.
Sorry, he can't see us. Sorry.
He can't see us.
Yeah.
But we can't see him either.
I can. It's
Yeah,
just
I know.
delayed.
He's probably doing that because we can't see him. I mean, he can't
Yeah,
see
you were like on a minute delay, right?
If
or
he
so.
wants
Yeah.
to see us, he has to look through YouTube, which is
Yeah.
annoying.
Yeah,
See if
because
you can
Eddie
fix it.
just now is taking off his headphones on my phone. Or about to.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like, if that Peru trip doesn't come through with Mauricio by the end of the year in October, then I will try to book the cruise. Yeah, I'll try to book the cruise, but just cruises, I don't know, man. And is because Rodolfo doesn't have a roommate, right?
Yes, he does.
He does
But I
already?
mean, you can. It's nephew, so you can always just go with
a
them
third
as well.
person,
yeah,
yeah.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
he's
a
third-
balcony room
He's just a
too.
third dude, so you guys.
I
can
think
go
it's
with
a
him.
balcony room too, so it's not like you
Yeah,
guys are
it's a-
gonna be like super.
No.
You know.
Balconies are usually about 15.
Plus, everybody's just gonna go to their room to shower and sleep. It's not like we're gonna everybody be chilling in the
Tell Moon I'm
room.
gonna call him through Skype.
He's gonna call you through Skype, Alex.
All right.
So yeah, I might do that, but if not, you know, because I do want to go on another vacation in June. Like I want to do a vacation
Are you
next
not
month.
going with us to Puerto Rico in July?
I am in July. I'm
Okay.
going to Puerto Rico with you guys in July, and then that should be fun. Mauricio and I are going as well, so that should be fun. And then in August, I'm going to Europe.
I don't know if they found a house yet. I was looking, and for that many people, it's
Isn't one.
difficult. And the
Yeah.
ones that there are, it's like a bunch of just bunk beds or
Yep.
like random stuff. So I
Yep.
don't know.
Yep. So we're gonna have to get 2 homes close to each other.
Yeah, maybe that. We'll see. Lynette said she had found one that would fit everybody, but I don't know.
There's gonna be a bunch of people sleeping on the floor. That's all I'm telling you. And then it's gonna be the issues like, oh, who's paying what? Yeah, like trying to figure out.
It's always annoying.
Yeah, because people are
Oh
like,
my
well,
God,
if I'm not getting a
Angel.
bedroom, I'm not paying full price. Then you have to like figure out how you're gonna do this.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, tell Moon this is worse.
He said it's worse.
So we're just gonna go back to Discord. Sorry.
Oh, the stream is glitching now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he said it's worse. So he's gonna. Sorry guys,
Yeah,
the stream is.
see that.
Yeah, stream is glitching, but he's gonna shut that off. So, not the stream, whatever is making it glitch.
This is exactly why I want to set up what I was trying to set up before.
Well, why don't you tap into the Discord through a phone? We can set up a phone right here on the table, and you can see us through the phone, like direct connection. See us and hear us through Discord.
I can do it through mine, but am I in that chat?
You're in the GhettoRig chat. You should be. I can add you.
Yeah, we can do that, and then he can see us. So, I don't know, man, but yeah. So, I do want to do a June trip. I need, you know, somewhere to go on in June, you know, but it's gonna be a weekend trip. It's not gonna be crazy anything. Maybe 3 days max 3 nights. Maybe 3 nights max. Like 4 days total. 3 nights. 3 nights max. Besides that, by the way, we just had Eddie and I had the worst fucking barbecue of our lives today.
Here.
This was literally, we spent $50 for no fucking
Probably
reason.
Sideways.
Huh?
Probably sideways is
Hold on.
better.
Let's do this. All right, I'm drinking.
You guys sure you don't want to just put it on the thing here better?
You could do that.
Can
too.
you see us, Moon, on the Discord?
You want to pass him your phone?
Babe, I can't. Here, he's not. You're not gonna hear nothing.
Well, I thought you were leaving it on there, and this was just a seat so that he could see us.
That
Yeah,
makes
he
sense.
can hear us, but then he can see us. So why don't we just do this? Look, I'm gonna hook up the camera to that tripod, and this way he can see us.
Or just leave it like that, no?
Mother of GhettoRig.
Might be better, no?
Yeah, I can see.
Hey, you wanna? Hey, do you wanna pop this on that and then turn the head? You can put the back camera if you want. It'd be better quality. Well, we about to set you up where you can see everything. But yeah, all right, cool. So, what about you?
What?
If
Food-wise?
you were to pick vacations,
I think Bali is actually a great idea.
Are you saying based on like experiences we've already had, what's our favorite, or somewhere we want to go?
want to go? Experiences that you've had? What's the
Okay.
best? What's the worst? What would you suggest?
So,
You've been on several trips.
yeah. So personally, the one that I liked the least was Mexico.
Which one? Which one?
What do you mean, which one?
Can you ask Moon how's that angle?
How's
that
the angle, Moon?
It's good.
Good.
Okay.
This is funny. This is a funny ass setup.
And I'll turn that, and he.
Tell Moon to turn his.
Yeah,
your
turn the
camera
camera
on.
on so that we can see your beautiful face and that mustache with the beard, the D'Artagnan look,
And the long hair.
and the long hair. Long hair, don't care.
Anyways, what do you mean by which one?
Which Mexico trip were you talking about?
I went with my parents and just
Ah.
my brother Lorena and Leo. There we go. Anyways,
This is ghetto as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
It
mean,
is GhettoRig.
This is like
so,
Okay,
but
so-
remember, because we did the trip with Lorena and your brother and Randy.
yeah, I know.
And
I
Arthur.
didn't go to that though.
Yeah, that's right. You didn't go. there.
One by one.
Short legs.
Fuck you.
But we
I
did
agree
it.
with Nat. Japan.
So,
Japan would be hella
my
fun.
thing was like the
my
hotel was
biggest, like-
nice, the food was good, you know, everything was good. The only thing is like when I compare like Punta Cana, for example, to Mexico, just the general like energy and like the music and everybody everywhere like dancing and all the
Did
little
you go to
shows
Cancun?
they do. Yeah,
Okay, that's why.
it was not like that. Like the whole hotel was just dead.
Mm-hmm.
There was no music anywhere. There was maybe like the whole trip one day that they did like Zumba or whatever by the pool, and it was a bunch of like old people in the water doing like water aerobics.
Yeah.
So like the whole time I was bored. I wasn't old enough to get into the club. Like I was just the whole time just like,
Yeah.
okay.
'Cause
Plus
the-
I didn't go with like people my age. I think that's another thing that affects it.
yes.
But I don't know. I just didn't like it. Maybe if I were to go again with like a group of like friends and stuff, I would like it. But I don't know. I just didn't like it. Cruises used to be my favorite. Like ever since I was a little girl, that was my favorite. But
Yeah, we gotta go to
the
Japan.
last 2 times that I've gone to Punta Cana, I like it so much that now that's my favorite. Just because like for my mom's birthday trip, that was a lot of people. It was fun. Then now for Lynette's wedding. So I think those memories is what makes it
Yeah.
be my favorite.
Yeah, because the trip we did to Uwe's wedding, that was Ozzy, myself, Arthur, Mauricio.
Oh yeah, that was a big group. So
That was a big group as well, and that was Mexico too. But that was Playa Mujeres and wasn't Cancun. I think Cancun is more for like if you're 20, between ages of 21 to 24. You just want to fucking drink and party. You don't give a shit where you sleep. You don't give a shit what you eat. That's the place to go.
yeah.
You don't give a fuck about anything else. This is the place to go, right? Even their tours were fucking complete garbage.
But so to give you an idea, Alex, I saw your thing here in the chat. You know, you're telling us things in chat instead of saying it. The flights, yes, they're expensive if you talk about Japan, and it is expensive to stay there. But like, for example, just thinking like DR, it is another like. For example, you are looking at a $400 flight probably.
No, man,
Right.
250.
It depends on
from
where you're going.
Orlando and Miami.
It
250.
depends on when you're going.
It
Yeah.
all depends
You have
on
to
when you
choose.
look as well, because last night it
Yes.
was $250.
Yeah, but that's because they're just trying to get rid of the last couple seats they probably have.
No,
No,
every
but
single-
if you book it
then,
ahead
like-
of time, like Patricia
Well-
booked her trip like a month ago that she's going like next week or something for the Dominican Mother's Day, and she said they paid like $200 each.
What I was trying to say was that like the stay over there, if you think about it, if you go to like Punta Cana and you get it all inclusive, it's relatively cheap because everything is
Yes.
included. Your
Your food, your
to
drinks,
bottom. You
yeah.
know, anything you want to do that's extra. For example, if you want to do any of the excursions, go ride 4-wheelers and stuff like that. It's more money, of course, and it's really not that expensive. We were paying how much to go on the catamaran? Between like $40 to $80 max per person.
It was $40. We paid
Yeah.
$40 to go on a catamaran.
Yeah,
And it was private, just us.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
was
it's because we were a big group, but still.
but yeah, it's always gonna be a big group when
Yeah.
you're when you're with my family. But yeah, it was really cheap, and that was great. They were giving us rum. They took
Yeah.
us to a badass
I'm
spot.
telling you, Alex. Like
we gotta go.
I was with the same
Caribbean.
idea
3K for a round trip
where
to Japan.
to Japan. Yeah, that's about
Shit.
right.
Just one?
last time I had looked, it was like
Just
1,500.
one.
No
God
wonder the
damn.
economy's booming.
If you look through, look through Cheapo Air. Look through Cheapo Air.
Said
Usually they
Chapo.
have the best deals.
Said El Chapo here.
Chop.
Oh, chopper. yeah.
You might have to drop with a pound of brick, but you know.
Well, here's the thing with those long trips, right? Like with the long trips, I've told you this before, and I'm gonna continually say it. Unless you're booking
mind.
premium economy and above, those long trips are fucking dreadful.
See, that's the
That's
thing.
the-
If I
that's
have
the
to
worst
sit,
fucking part.
If I have to sit in something like that Spirit seat that I sit in for 2.5 hours to go to DR
Nah, bro.
for 18 or 20 something hours,
So, yeah,
I'd rather
fuck
shoot
no.
myself.
Yeah.
16, 17 to 32 hours is what it ranges.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
about right.
I
And
would
you
need-
don't want and you want to pick something like if you have breaks in between, you want to pick something between the 16 to 19 max because then you're spending hours in fucking in an airport somewhere in between, like half tired, half sleepy, half fucking jacked
With a
on
screaming
caffeine.
baby.
Yeah, with a
With a
screaming
screaming
baby.
baby.
Yeah, yeah. So, but like
And then you
before
get to the place, and then you got to find where you're staying. And
yeah.
then
Before
you're
before
eating.
we went to like DR or anywhere outside the United
It's
States.
funny, before we move on from Japan, I have a buddy that we went to middle school with. Me and Rodolfo were really close friends with him, and his name was Brendan. And he actually just got in contact with Rodolfo the other day, and I talked with him. And he was actually stationed in Japan. He went into the military, and he was stationed out there in Japan. And he was telling me like the car scene is crazy, and a bunch of stuff was really nice out there. And we were talking about meeting up with him and to hang out soon. I haven't seen him in a long
Bring
time.
him to the podcast.
We should have him on. Yeah. I can see if we can have him on.
So with Japan, what I would do, I would go to the fucking restaurants, like get to those like neighborhood ramen restaurants, like the fucking those off because everything is like a mom and pop type of deal, and they're fucking they take their pride.
I heard
about
one
this
of the
shit.
things is if you want legit, like the most of the legit Japanese places haven't even gone into Google and translated their shit into English yet. So
Yeah.
if you want to search something like, for example, if you want to search for a sushi place, you're better off going into Google Translator, putting in sushi, and taking that and putting into Google Maps to get a good sushi place because a lot of the places haven't adapted yet. And that you're gonna get a really limited selection if you type everything in English, even though it's gonna translate it through the app. But you're better off putting it directly in Japanese.
Yeah, so in Japanese people, like their nation is ego is not the right word, but they take pride in what they do and they want to be the best at it.
I mean, if I'm not mistaken, it was kind of like the whole thing around, the bombings was like, we don't know what to do with you guys. You're not gonna give up.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they just want to be best at everything.
Yeah.
Whether it's making fucking whiskey, whether it's making a simple bowl of ramen, like whether it's making sushi, ramen or whatever.
There was a war veteran on an island that
lived on
fought
his own,
the
right?
locals for like 40 years and didn't believe that Japan gave up.
oh my god.
Can you imagine this motherfucker down for 40 years was ducking fucking islanders? Look how good he got.
Stealing
you know?
their shit,
Yes.
burning their shit.
Yeah. That's crazy. There was this other man, Japanese man, that they pretty much lived on an island on his own for like 40 fucking years, and then doctors eventually came in and said, bruh, like, you can't live here, your health is not it.
Yeah.
And they took him back, and then after a couple of years, they're like, okay, for one last time, you can return. He returned. This motherfucker came out of the boat. He was crying, kissing the sand, like, got completely naked, and he's just like running around butt naked the entire island. Yeah, because that's how he lived, you know what I mean? So,
Vivi la vida loca.
but yeah, so like Japan would be another thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm down with what Natalie's saying. If I'm going for like a month.
You could also try.
You have to, bro.
2 weeks minimum.
You have to. You never know when you want to hop over the pond and go to Thailand. You know what I'm saying?
You can also just take the train all the way up.
You imagine going to AKA in Thailand, training there, like doing like a day training with those guys. Oh my god, we'd leave there fucking all bruised up and beat to shit.
They're fucking 6-year-olds are beating the shit out of you.
Another
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
Another way to translate. I feel like this is gonna be the new GPS of the future.
Bro.
For visiting countries is when you take a picture with your iPhone, you can leave it pressed and it can translate the stuff for you. You can like copy it or translate it right there.
Yeah.
Funny thing is, we used that at work one time because somebody brought in delicacies and they were in a wrapper, but we didn't know what the fuck they were. Some people ate them before even translating what it was. It ended up being duck feet.
Nice.
It's gross.
Nice.
Fucking gross.
Yeah,
But
but
Nala and Zeus had some duck feed the other day. Like,
yeah, but if you would have eaten it without knowing it's duck feet and you liked it, now look, your brain prevented you from eating something that you might have liked.
I don't care if it smells bad or looks bad. I'm not. Nope.
Anyway, but what I'm trying to say, bro, like you'll be surprised how many people outside of United States speak English, especially if it's a touristy area.
yeah.
You'll be fucking surprised, man.
So where
They
is
have
it?
to learn.
I think it was the Philippines.
Yeah.
Joe Coy was saying that he's like, you go there and you'll be surprised on the amount of people that you can just go up to and start talking in English, and they will talk to you back in English.
Yeah.
Like,
Where at
the amount, no, Philippines.
Philippines, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, all of my
A little bit of
friends.
Spanish too, I think.
So this is the thing. So this is why Filipinos look so Hispanic. It's because the Spanish actually had that shit colonized for the longest.
Do you remember our coworker at Best Buy? They
Which
used to
one?
confuse him all the time with me.
Oh.
Javon.
Yeah. He rode the motorcycle too. Yeah, that's
he
why.
was Filipino too.
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, like Thai
Yeah, and he
people-
looked Hispanic.
He looked Hispanic. They would
Yeah.
get it for translations all the time, and he was like, "I don't speak Spanish."
Well, why do you think? Why do you think they love lechon? The fucking Filipino people.
Sounds good.
They was talking about that. He said we took your Joe Coy has a joke. He's like, we took your cuss words and we made them into desserts. He said I have a dessert called puto.
That's funny.
Yeah, like the pig barbecue, the rotisserie pig
lechon,
barbecue that
yeah,
they have,
yeah.
lechon that they have.
And all the Caribbean, you see that.
Yeah.
And South America. as
You
well.
like, I would want to visit Thailand and experience the cuisine. You know what I mean? Like
Experience.
Cambodia, Vietnam. You know, all of that, all those areas.
It'd be cool. I feel like they'd have a lot of like cool sceneries. Definitely a lot of places to like shoot pictures.
Shit, see the shooting pictures, bro. You can go a mile. I mean, you can go an hour away from St. Pete, and you can find fucking places to shoot pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Like United States is so vast, and it has so much different type of shit that you can see in the United States.
Yeah, but they're similar. In a way, they're so similar. Like,
Well,
that American attitude's still gonna be spread.
yes,
the
but
whole
guess
country.
what? The rest of the world, like as far as like the nature goes, the rest of the world is very similar too. Because if you want desert, we have desert in the United States. You want mountains, we have mountains in the United States. Like you want just plains, we have that too. You want green, we have that too. So
Nothing's crazier than how flat Kansas is.
yes, well, or fucking east side of Texas. East side of Texas is all fucking tumbleweeds and flat. So is
You
Colorado.
can stand and just
Yeah,
look
miles,
and see
miles.
everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. For me, is the road trips. You know, like when you have a group of people and you like got 6 hours to drive, bro. Like going over the roads, like listening to the music, talking shit to each other. Like, you know, somebody in the back drinking and laughing. like you're
I
cracking
hate road
jokes.
trips.
They're just too lengthy. Other than
Tennessee
that,
made
it's
me
fun.
hate road trips.
Why? Tennessee was fun.
Tennessee was horrible. I
Well,
went in the back
Tennessee
seat
was
of the
fun.
truck
Tennessee's
in the
horrible.
middle
Yeah. Well,
between Rodolfo and Eddie with Nala under my feet.
Yeah, no, that sounds bad.
yeah, well that's what I'm saying. You got to be comfortable on a road trip.
Yeah, well, I was not.
Now, see, here's an unpopular idea.
That's
I
the reason
think
why
for
every
road
time
trips-
Eddie's like, let's go to Tennessee to see the boys, I'm like, I'll fly there.
Li-
Yeah, right, you cabin.
To me, bro, rent a fucking minivan. Get 6 friends in there. Minivan will support 6 friends comfortably and your luggage. Minivan, bro. I'm telling you, minivans are like the ultimate travel car.
We did minivans, still uncomfortable. Fuck.
Nah, man,
sleeping
get
in
out of
car.
here, bro. Minivans are the shit.
No, they're fun. They're
And
uncomfortable.
I mean,
Then
it
you can't
depends on
sleep
where
in
you're
them.
going. Where'd you go in the minivan?
Tennessee.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 14-hour ride. That's a long ride, though.
And we made
Or
it
not
like
Tennessee,
20
sorry,
because
Georgia, my bad.
Ivan had to stop and
Jo-
pee every 10 minutes.
Georgia.
Well, it was
That's
Ivan and the dogs, because dogs.
No, the dogs were fine.
Dog was a
Maybe
puppy.
Zeus because he was young,
Yeah,
but
he
the
was a
dogs were
puppy.
fine. It was Ivan.
Nala has no problem lasting way longer than almost all of
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I think trips are hella fun. So I was listening to fucking Daniel Kahneman, who's a behavioral economist. He got a Nobel Prize in 2002. And he was talking about the trips, right? Like he's saying that the ultimate trip is no more than 1 to 2 weeks max. The reason he said that is because no matter what trip you go to, you slowly start forgetting what happened on that trip. And the only thing you have left over is the pictures. And then eventually you'll start forgetting what was the situation that you took this picture in, right? And only very, very few memorable things stick in your brain.
You say that, and it reminds me of I never was one of those people that could think of like attach memories to exactly certain years. So some people, for example, like it makes me. I'm thinking like the most dramatic way. Like my uncle Zoilo Tato, Jorge's dad, right? He'll say en los años, and he'll say like a specific year,
En
and
el
then something.
concierto del 83.
Yeah. And he'll go on. He'll say a specific year and a specific event that happened. I'm like, motherfucker, how do you remember that happened on that year?
can
Because
remember
I
major
don't.
events, but very like small memory. I can't
Look,
attach
just
time to
think
them.
about
Unless it's attached to my birthday. And I remember
think
that.
about Colombia. What do you remember from a Colombia trip? Like, be honest. And what do you really remember from Colombia trip? Do you remember Guatapé?
I didn't go.
You didn't
I
go.
didn't
Oh,
go.
that's right, because you had to study.
Yeah.
Right?
I had to study that day.
Okay, well, the night before, do you remember? I don't.
No.
I don't remember the night before. Although we
Well,
had
you
hella
can't
fun.
You
We
can't
had
remember,
11 bottles to drink.
Wait. The amount of alcohol we consumed. Of course, we're not going to remember the night.
That's fine. That's fine. But when we came in, we were not wasted, right? When we came in, we were not
I
wasted.
really don't remember even what excursions we did.
Bro, we did the bus. Do you remember much
what
on the
was
bus?
the
That's the one thing I was about to say. Was
What
the
were
year.
you wearing on a bus? Do you remember?
Fuck no.
Exactly.
I
my
have really
point.
good memory about stuff like that. Like I can
I have-
remember what I was wearing.
Well,
like,
women
I have good memory.
Women
of,
have memory like elephants. They never
I have
have
good memory of the layout.
my thing is
of
too.
where we
I
were
have
walking around,
photographic
and then-
memory of like stuff. Like if you show me something, there's a very good chance that like I can remember it just
So,
from seeing it that one
The
time.
thing that was really cool is that one of the places we were going was like we could just walk 3-4 blocks, and we were at the whole plaza.
Yes.
At Parque Lleras.
Parqueyeras, yes.
And so that route was very easy and like
Very easy, because it was just down. You know what I remember? The fucking little river by the hotel. I don't remember the way the hotel looked like. I remember just kind of like the steps, the stairs. But I remember like next door the
Well,
river,
yeah,
that
no,
little
the
bridge
horse-
where
You know
the
what's
cops
crazy?
came over.
Do you guys
Yes,
remember
that's
Lynette's?
exactly what I was talking about. We were standing out there, and we were just hanging out. My dad was like smoking a cigarette. You were probably still smoking back then, weren't you?
Yes.
So a couple people were just smoking cigarettes. We were standing out front of the hotel,
And
and
the
the
cops
cops pulled up on the little motocross bike
Yes.
and searched all of us.
Yep.
Oh my god, yo, they're savages when it comes
Yes.
to searching. Like they look in every little nook and cranny in your wallet,
Yep.
or like filling up on your pockets, grabbing you, and
Grabbing your dick and nuts.
well, they never did that to me. Maybe they were a
do
little
a grab
excited
and
with Jay.
They did a little
Just a
grabbing.
pee touch.
A little
Yeah.
pee touch with Jay.
They
Okay.
saw Jay liked it.
You kind of flinch a little bit.
Nah, they were like, "What is this?" I was like, "That's my dick." They're like, "Show me, I don't believe you."
It's a registered weapon, I promise.
Yeah.
Anyways, do you guys remember Lynette's hotel?
I remember your
I remember the
mom's
hotel because
hotel.
we've been there twice.
Oh.
That's the only reason I
Yeah,
remember the hotel.
I
See,
feel like
I was
No, I
more
remember like
intoxicated.
every little detail of the hotel. Like, I remember how to get to my room, like what was around my room. How to
I've
get to
noticed that
Lynette's
when I'm
room.
intoxicated, it definitely affects my memory, like 1,000%. I'm not one of those people like, oh, when I'm drunk, I remember everything. Fuck no, complete opposite. I have not the best memory anyway. So like when I'm drinking on trips, I have even worse memory.
So they did studies about this. If you get drunk in the same place, you're gonna remember exactly where things are.
I remember the layout, but
Yeah.
like events and shit
No,
that
no,
was
I
talked
remember
about
events.
or
I
what I wore.
remember.
Or
I remember what I
get the
wore.
fuck out of here.
I
now.
remember drinking fucking ouzo in a.
I remember the night that we went to the bar that it was already closed and Jorge started
know what's
like
funny?
saying stuff to the girl and the girl was like, okay, fine, turned everything back on, gave us all drinks.
Yeah.
Then we all went to the beach.
You know what's
Yeah.
funny? I was working at Best Buy still, right? When I came back from that trip for like a week, right? I only went to work for a little bit. And
You put in your 2 weeks and you showed up like 2 days.
yeah, like I
Literally.
showed up like maybe 3 or 4 days out of the 2 weeks, right? I had COVID though.
Stretching
The
it.
parts.
He's
Everyone.
stretching it. He
I
get
don't
3 or
remember
4
what
days.
you had, dog. I just know that you came for like 2-3 days and you never showed up again.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it goes
But
well.
anyways, we
Another one
had a
bites
new.
the
No,
dust.
but it doesn't. Then I was right after him.
So we had got a new rep for the Samsung, right? For the Samsung phones
I
that
don't
work in
wanna
the cell
think
phone
about
part.
that fucking place right now.
And he
those
was
are memories
Greek.
I can't.
He had did like a whole program thing from being and working for Samsung in Greece and got shipped over to he flew over to the US and did this whole thing through Samsung to work in the US and get moved over here. And I remember telling him I learned Malacca, all that stuff, and Uso, and he goes, oh, where you get Uso here? Like, where can I find that, this and that? And I go, you want some of that shit? He's like, yeah, it's like what we drink, It was interesting, and seeing them like dancing around at the wedding and stuff, throwing plates and cups
Yeah.
to the freaking hotel
Oh my
next
God.
door.
Yeah.
And he tried throwing the whole freaking chair.
The couch. It wasn't a chair. It was a whole fucking couch. Shit.
It was one of the little like foot rest
Stools?
looking thing, like a
Stool.
little stool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was
Oh
like
my
leather.
God, that's hilarious. Do you know did they ever say anything to your brother Lynette about the
Nah,
cups?
bro.
No?
No. But like in DR, do you remember the party? I remember saying I remember the things that I really put thought into, like when I was writing the speech
know
in a
what I remember?
minivan and then talking about it.
I remember a lot of like
Because we tell this story very often is when me and Rodolfo got drunk and we walked back from the beach with just our boxers on through the whole entire
that was
hotel.
the day. That was the day that Jorge talked to a lady. Whatever, got us drinks. We all went to the beach.
Yeah, we were
Melanie was
fucked up.
at the beach with Shayla and I don't remember who else. And then eventually Junior was there too. Like it was a big group of us. The adults, whatever, like you guys, went to get food at that only like place that was open late at night, and we stayed there. And then you guys never came back. You guys like called and said you guys were going to sleep or something. And then him and Rodolfo decided to go and get in the water. The freaking officer right away flashes the light.
Yeah.
Yo, get out the water. That was the same night.
Yeah.
That was the night that he got drunk. And what other detail are you missing here? He threw up, guys.
Huh?
He threw up.
Oh, but that happened multiple times.
No, you only threw up once on that trip.
Really?
Yes. And I'm arguing with you,
He's
trying
like,
to
I'm
give
proud
you,
of myself. It was just
trying to
only
give
once.
you liquid IV. I'm trying to give him liquid IV, and he's yelling at me, "Leave me alone!" And I'm like, "Here, it's gonna help you." And you're like, "No."
Yeah, liquid IV was the fucking godsend, bro.
Lynette put
Mauricio
that in
and
the
I-
little party favor
Yeah,
bag thing.
well, that's what Lynette did. But what we did with Mauricio, or
took a whole box?
rather I did, yeah, I took a whole fucking box with me. I had a whole thing of liquid IV. So I was like your local liquid IV dealer, you know what I mean, to whoever needed it.
Jay was in the
$100
corner.
a
Jay was in the
packet.
corner of the party with a carton. full
Bro,
of
and then
fucking
Ronald
liquid
comes over, he's
IVs.
like, "Hey, bro, you have any more liquid IVs?" I was like, "Yeah, I kind of do. You know, they're kind of rationed out. I can give you a couple." He's like, "Well, how many can you give me?" I'm like, "Bitch, I just told
About
you
a
I got
store.
rationed out,
About
bro.
a
Like, I can
store."
give you 2, 3. You know, that's the most. All right, I'll take as many as you can give me." I was like, "For what?" He goes, "Oh, it helps me to work out." I was like, bruh, we're getting here fucking smackered. You talking about working out? We're trying to live for the next couple of days.
Today
you know?
we get smashed.
Yeah. But yeah, Like, if you think about it, none of those trips I really remember. You know what I mean? And I think maybe it's like a
No, I
wake up call
remember.
to be a little more present when I'm doing things. You know?
I remember.
No, I think that's a sign, like a sign that you were so in the moment that you're not focusing on like recalling things.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I was very in the moment. I enjoyed every little thing of
But
that trip,
you're-
but I
but that's
remember
the
almost
thing.
every little thing.
You're pointing out every little thing and saying like, "Oh my god, that's so cool." This, that, that. They're just like in a flow state.
You know what I remember really, really well was on a 24th on like Christmas. Were you there still? You were
Yes,
there, right? On a
we
Christmas,
stayed-
right? When they had that fucking lobster buffet. When we were eating that buffet.
Oh, when
where-
we went to that fancy restaurant that
Fancy
everything was
buffet.
like blue
Yeah,
lights.
yeah.
Have
For
you ever
Christmas.
had escargot?
Yes, I've had that before.
You
Yeah.
guys had escargot?
I
It
don't
does.
know.
Cargo.
Snails.
No.
I don't
Snails.
think so.
So the lobsters, bro, like your dad, myself, and Arthur, literally we just went like, oh shit, they got lobsters, and our plate was just loaded with lobsters. Well, at first they're like, oh, they got lobsters, but there were none because people were picking, and then I was kind of like scoping out when they're gonna bring it. The minute I saw them coming in with a plate, I was like, Eddie, Arthur, let's go. Like, what? Let's go. Don't trust me. We fucking loaded up. Like whatever they brought, we pretty much put it all on our plates. Yeah,
Shit, I don't blame you.
yeah, and then we're just eating lobster.
Do you guys remember the dinner on the beach?
Yeah, dinner on beach was
That
cool.
was good.
I came up to the table with your dad and
Yeah,
shit.
and
I
had the
that,
freaking
like, durag on
the
yeah,
spoon on your eye.
yeah, spoon on my eye and a durag.
He was like,
yeah, that was cool.
that food
The-
that
the
day was
lo-
fire though.
you
The
know what?
ceviche. Oh
The
my
best lobster
god.
I've had so far is when we went to Capitol Grill with,
Yeah,
your,
with your
uncle,
uncle.
That African poached
And the
shit.
desserts and
oh
that
my
wine.
God, that shit was so good.
Best
So good.
Best lobster I had was Arthur's wedding day lobster.
That was pretty
the
good too,
best
though, but
It
no.
was good. It was
No,
good. But
you're-
not as
the
good
one
as
with your uncle,
Capitol
oof.
Grill.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
That shit was so funny because me and your brother both were like asking the girl or the person who was
think it was a girl.
I thought it was a
There's
guy.
a
actually.
couple of people. There was
It-
a
no,
guy.
there was a
girl.
guy actually.
It was the guy that was telling what
There was a
everything
guy
was.
with
Yeah,
the steak
you're right.
and stuff. And we asked him, "Oh, can we switch it out for ribeye?" "Oh yeah, of course." And then he said, "Oh, and you also have different choice of lobster. You have like the rock Maine lobster and African blah blah blah." And me and your brother were like, "Oh, let's try the African lobster." And my dad was like, "No, I want the rock Maine lobster." Okay.
He fucked up.
When they came out with one plate of each, and they gave my dad accidentally the African one. Bro, when I'm telling you the lobster like was double the size, it was double the size of the main. And I look at it and I go, "Damn, I fucked up." and then the person that brought the food out wasn't the same one that was a server. And when he walked by, he goes, "Oh no, that's supposed to be swapped. That's the African one." And my dad goes, "No fucking way, no fucking way, what the fuck?" And so he fucked up. And the other day, and I was like, "Yes, mine's gonna be one of the big ones." They came out and I had one of those fucking huge lobster
ones,
tails. It was huge. I'm telling you, like legit
Yeah,
double
yeah.
the
Yeah, it
size.
was
Is there a
big.
big like cost difference?
Yes,
It was 100%.
those they sell them by ounce. Like Maine lobster will usually have like a set price, like I don't know, $25, $30
Yeah.
for a Maine lobster. But the African lobster is by ounce, and the way they weigh it, they'll weigh the entire fucking lobster. So if the entire lobster weighs 50 ounces, they're gonna charge you for 50 ounces, but all you're gonna get is the fucking tail
How
and
much
the
is the
claws.
ounce? You remember?
I don't remember.
I
We
think-
didn't see any
I
prices.
think usually it's like $2 per ounce or $3 per ounce.
We
So
didn't
you look-
see
looking
any
at 100,
prices.
Bro,
$200.
that was something I didn't even look at the menu. That was something that they came by. And
Yeah,
the guy
it was a
telling
special
us,
thing that
and
was
he
like
was telling
separate.
us, "Oh, the special for the surf and turf is this and this." And my dad and Arthur were the ones that were like, "Can we swap?" I think they were doing
Delmonic,
New-
I think you got like peppered steak, pepper ribeye.
so. No, they were doing New York strip. I think it was with the
Yeah.
the thing with the lobster tail, and they were like, "Oh, can we swap it for ribeye?" And then when I heard that, I was like, "Oh shit, that's exactly what I'm gonna get." I didn't even look at the menu.
Yeah.
I don't
then
remember looking
the
at the menu.
freaking dessert time comes and your
Oh
uncle's
my
like,
God,
"Let
yeah.
me get 3 of each one," and I'm like, "What?"
And the dessert
They
was
were so good though. We ate all of it.
amazing. The
Yeah.
dessert
And
was
then he's
amazing.
like, "Pick a color," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" Pick a color, and I'm like, "For what?"
I
He's like,
think-
"A drink," and I was like, "No, let me choose it. Let me choose it."
Yeah,
So
that-
I
that
picked
was
the
funny, too.
margarita, but he
That was-
walked around to every girl and was like, "Just pick a color."
Yeah, that was
He
funny.
even took the server's iPad and was choosing the drinks himself.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's like that. Yeah, he'll do shit like
he's
that.
hilarious.
Yeah.
He's the best.
But yeah, so like I think that the trips is all about who you're with, right? Like
Yeah.
it's who you're sharing the moments with. And I believe me, I've been on some trips, so I'm like, man, I can't wait to fucking get back home.
But can I say actually? So
and it's definitely the people. Because
Yeah.
there's places where I would love to go back, but that experience, I was like, oh my god, I can't wait to go back home.
Yeah.
that depends. You know, the experience and then the like the certain things you're gonna do because of that exact place, or you're just going on a trip with a bunch of people that you're gonna have a good time with.
So, for example, let me give you a good example. When we went,
I think Tennessee is a good example of doing both of those things.
yes, for example, we went to Cancun, right, with your brother, with Randy and Arthur. They're doing the couple things, whatever, you know, hugging each other, whatever, while they're sleeping. Mauricio and I were up and awake, like, bro, what are we gonna do? All right, let's go to Cancun City. So we got on a fucking bus, got to Cancun City, and then while we were there, it's like, bro, you want to get on a bus or walk? Let's walk. All right, cool. That sounds like a good idea. We started walking. So we had basically left early in the morning, and we didn't come back to 6 at night because, like, we just had ton of shit to do. You know what I mean? Like, we're walking around, experiencing the market, walking around in the market. We spent hella time and walking around and talking to locals and things like that, right?
Yeah.
They didn't want to do that, but that's okay because I had my partner in crime to do it with me. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, I think it's just
Your
who you
partner
go
in
with.
crime is in the chat talking about let's go to Colombia.
Let's go to Colombia. Hell yeah, Peruano. Hashtag. Bro, June, I'm telling you, let's go in June. I've been looking at tickets.
Or like
In a
June,
month.
like next
like
month,
2
June?
weeks.
Yeah, next month, 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's do it in June.
Man, I
What
want
do
some
you say,
tacos. I really
street
want some good
tacos?
tacos. We should go.
Shit, street tacos.
Now,
So this motherfucker Randy is not hitting me up for work when I texted him, and I think we're supposed to go to install a kitchen tomorrow, but he never let me know.
Moon,
So we might
talking
go
about
get
the
some
fucking
tacos tomorrow.
tacos,
Text
right?
Blanca.
We were in Cancun City, in the middle
No, I
of the
ain't-
market,
I
right?
texted her earlier.
In the
Oh, he
middle
doing
of the
extra. He can
market,
text me back.
which means this is like straight up people that are cooking on the side of the street, right?
Let's
And-
go tonight. Your partner in crime says.
Uh-huh.
Let's go
To get street tacos or to
Colombia.
go to
I'm sure he
Colombia?
wants to go to Colombia tonight.
Because
He's
he
ready to go
mentioned
right now.
street tacos, so he might be talking
Yeah,
about
Colombian
street
What's
tacos.
the ticket? What's the
Tacos.
ticket? What's the price of the
Ain't
ticket?
no way.
What's the ticket price of the ticket? We fly out Saturday morning, bro. What's the price of the ticket?
I'll go for a weekend.
Yeah,
I'll go for a weekend.
yeah,
If anything, y'all would leave tomorrow.
yeah. We leave
Not
tomorrow.
Saturday.
Yeah. No, we leave Saturday because I gotta
Really?
work. I
Again?
can't put in like.
But
I
you
can
can leave
take it,
right
but I don't
after
wanna do that.
work.
Yeah, well,
Find a flight that's
then that's
later.
a wasted night. That's a wasted night. I'll be spending it in a hotel for no reason. Like,
How
you know
would
what I
that
mean?
be a wasted night?
Because you get there at night. By the time you shower, there's dinner.
Just a
the night
quick
is over.
search, like 50, 60 bucks.
Oh, I think we're
about
going to
going.
Colombia.
Yo, Eddie,
For
pack the
Colombia?
bags. We going.
We going to
From
Colombia.
Florida to Colombia.
No way, bro.
Hold on.
What
Damn, I don't have a
airport?
fucking phone right now.
I just said this is like
Can I-
I put it in, and that's the first.
But
thing
that's
that came up.
Florida.
Mauricio,
That
50
Florida's
bucks,
a very
bro. Colombia,
wide
dale,
area.
Dale, tomorrow night. 50 bucks.
Not
I'll do
from
tomorrow
Tampa.
night.
Check Orlando.
But yeah, Colombia was hella
Still
fun.
4 something.
Yeah,
From Saturday to what?
Oh, God, that
Saturday to
rose.
Monday, huh?
Yeah, Saturday to Monday.
Saturday to Monday. So, I don't know, man.
Try for
Like,
Lauderdale.
I've had fun doing this kind of shit. But what I was trying to say earlier, like, you know, a lot of
It's
people
right
will travel
under.
within the United States thinking that it's cheap. But in reality, since I left the United States for travel, I have no desire to travel within the United States.
I want to go to California, Colorado. I
I've
want to
been-
go. I want to go back to New York again.
I want to go to the places that are populated, and I want to go to the
I don't care.
barrens.
I
This
don't
is-
care to go to New York.
Let
Don't,
me-
don't get me wrong. I do want to go to some barren places, like cool places like Arizona desert,
Yeah.
that type of shit. But
Well, let me tell you something about California. We just came back from California a month ago, right? We're there for a week. Where we were in California, the Newport Beach, it was literally gave me St. Petersburg vibes. Like nothing changed, bro. The
I
only
thought
difference
men
was,
didn't get vibes.
huh?
Nothing. Continue.
The only difference was the streets had like they were more like up and down, right? That's the only difference. But it literally just I could picture St. Pete Beach. Literally, that's what I pictured. St. Pete Beach.
Hawaii is beautiful too.
I don't necessarily want to go for the beaches, just the experience.
But
I
the
would go to
California,
Cali
that,
again.
that's the thing. We went to one of the best restaurants. Brian took us one of the best restaurants that just opened. We went to a nightclub. Literally, there was nothing different than what you can experience in Florida. I'm telling you, like we take the shit for granted. I think Florida is literally, like, in my opinion, the capital of the United States of fun.
Yeah, it's the new Cali, I think.
It's literally the new Cali. Florida is the new Cali.
I don't know if you can
I
say
promise you.
A lot of people are moving from California here.
Yes, I promise you
that.
that.
Well, I know Los Angeles is going to shit.
Well, it's not just Los Angeles. It's
California
San
as a whole.
Francisco.
Everything
The
is-
entire California is going. Well, no, don't say that, because you have cities like Chico in the middle of California. Chico, like,
But then what
Lake
about
Tahoe
states
area
like,
and things
what
like
about
that?
states
They're,
like Texas, where a lot of people are moving as
they're
well?
there too. Austin,
Texas, yeah.
big Austin, Texas, Houston, Dallas, moving big. Florida, you know. And
Dude, having property in Texas now.
hella expensive,
From-
bro.
In Texas? No.
In main cities, Dallas or Houston,
Like,
good fucking luck.
you don't have to go like main, but just regular property in a couple of years. Like 10, 15 years, worth triple the amount, I think.
No, I believe that, but like, think about it. Where would you move in Texas that you would get the similar type of experience that you get in St.
I
Petersburg?
would probably...
You're by the water.
I would probably do 15, 20 like minutes away from the main city.
Yeah, so look, you're by the
Different
water. Well, 15 to 20 minutes away, the suburbs of Dallas and Houston still are fucking expensive. Like you gotta go up an hour out.
How
to get some
expensive? How expensive are you thinking? Because
Like,
I'm thinking around
We need to go to Austin and go to the
100
comedy mothership.
150 for sure. I'd be down. $150,000 for a
No,
2-bedroom.
no, you ain't getting that shit on the suburbs of Dallas or Houston. You're not. I'm telling you, you're just not.
I believe you. I haven't done my research, but
Unless
I know
you're in
the
shitty
properties.
neighborhoods.
The properties in certain areas is very, very affordable.
Yeah, hella cheap. But they're
Very,
usually
very
an hour, hour
affordable.
and a half away from a main city. Because if you take St. Petersburg, right? Like, you're by the beach if you like the beach. If you don't like the beach, you're right by Metropolis, which is Tampa. If you want more of a family fun, you're an hour away from Orlando. If you want fucking just craziness, you're 3 hours away from fucking Miami. You know what I mean? Like, we are, like, perfectly positioned for everything. Like, this area is
I always find it weird. What dog is messing with something? I can hear him.
Let me go check.
We'll check on the.
Careful with the headphones.
We'll check on those little assholes. When I was growing up, I found it weird. Like, for example, someone maybe like Alex that lives in like Tennessee, probably possibly can like never have gone to a beach if you're like so like.
Has Alex ever gone to a beach?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah,
That's the thing. He said it was
Okay,
his
okay.
last vacation. Was going to the beach.
Deuce, no.
Did you
I'm just scared
experience
he's
the
gonna
Sandy
knock something
Seagull?
down.
The Sandy Seagull. Yeah. What beach did you go to, by the way? Do you remember?
I've been to multiple beaches.
Wait, where did you go? Where did he go?
To a beach.
I've been.
That was
Which
his
one?
last vacation.
What beach?
Oh, my last vacation was Myrtle.
Myrtle Beach?
Dirty Myrtle.
Did you do the Sandy Seagull or no?
The fuck's a Sandy Seagull?
Let me
been to
tell you
Myrtle
about
Beach.
the Sandy Seagull.
Why are you so?
Educate.
Yeah.
So the Sandy Seagull is when you have sex at the beach, right? The guy
Oh,
sticks his
worst.
dick in the sand and then puts it in the girl.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
Exfoliate on the inside.
Hear me out. Hear me out on this.
No, Jay, I'm
Hear
not
me
gonna
out.
hear you out. It's funny, but I'm not gonna hear you
Why
out.
would you do that? Where the fucking sand is gonna get on your dick and your vagina anyway because you're on a beach? Why would you do that?
I've heard the term sandy clam before.
Same difference, I
It's-
guess.
Having sex
it's
with
Do
me.
fucking-
do you know what a rusty hook is?
A rusty hook. I don't want to know.
You know
I
what's a
don't
rusty
wanna know.
trombone?
I heard about the rusty trombone.
Oh God.
But the rusty hook is when you stick your finger on a girl's ass, and then that's it. That's the rusty hook. I don't know if it goes further than that.
But
Y'all should have had a boys.
I don't know.
a
Like, I
boys
think
pod
sex on
today.
a beach is literally overrated
Wow, you don't
unless
wanna
it's a
be here
drink
with us?
and then it's kind of
Not
sweet.
talking
and
about rusty hooks and sandy cheeks.
Sandy cheeks.
Sandy
Sandy
Seagull.
clams.
I know.
Sandy clams.
Sandy
good.
cheeks.
Nothing wrong with sandy
No,
cheeks.
you know what's the rusty hook? When all the hooks come down and Patrick is sitting on one of them and it's like, you. Yeah, I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You don't know what I'm talking about? Okay, never mind.
Nope.
Patrick's gay, guys.
I'm with Jay though. Sex on the beach, overrated.
Overrated, 100%, man.
Shower sex.
Sounds like a bad
overrated.
idea.
Yes.
Yeah, shower
Yes.
sex sucks.
Uncomfortable as shit. I just want to wash my ass and get the fuck out.
Yes. Yes.
You're knocking shit over. Then you gotta take 30 fucking minutes putting everything back on shelves. No, it's overrated.
Oh my god.
Now, sex in Busch Gardens late at night where nobody can see you. Now that's adrenaline rushing through you.
In a bush.
This is different.
That sounds like from a.
That
know
sounds
this
like
from
you going to
personal
prison.
No, it sounds like you know this from personal experience.
I
Jay.
do.
What happened there?
So this was many years back. So Busch Gardens used to throw this event. I forget the name of it, but basically what they would do, they would give out tickets to the busiest bars, and especially the bartenders. They'll give out these tickets, and these bartenders, I think it was called Bartender's Bash. So you could go at nighttime to Busch Gardens. Some areas were closed, and they had set up like bars and things like that. You can get on rides. Basically, like the Busch Garden was a fucking just drunk fest. A bunch of bartenders drinking, getting and having fun.
So you had to be a bartender to get into this event?
Yes, you had to be a bartender to get the tickets, or know a bartender that had tickets and things like that, right? So at that time, I took my ex there, and has everyone been to Busch Gardens? Have you been to Busch Gardens, Alex?
I've been to Busch.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how
you've been over here to Tampa land before?
I've been to Tampa.
Come on,
The Gold Coast up north.
come on,
I
Zeus.
forgot what it's
Come on.
called. But I've never been down to like Miami or the
Come on,
Keys.
down.
So you were
Down.
you were 30 minutes away from us right here in St. Petersburg. If you were in Busch Gardens.
Down.
Busch Gardens, I don't go anymore.
Get
It's
down.
just not fun for me. I've just been so many times. Even when they're like, "Oh, there's a new ride
Down.
that came out." If it's not something like Falcon's Fury,
The new ride is terrifying.
That catches my eye. I've heard it's really good, but even then, I look at it and I'm like, it looks okay.
I
Listen,
feel that. That's me with Dollywood. It's just right there
Yeah.
around the corner.
So
Been there a billion times.
if you've all
it's
been
just
to
like,
Busch Gardens,
it's
right?
just saturated content. That's what it feels like for me.
So you know how you enter main entrance and you hang a left, you go by the alligators,
Uh-huh.
then you go by that theater,
Yes.
you pass the zoo, and then you go by the cheetahs,
and he
Okay.
says he doesn't remember things.
right?
Okay,
You go
yeah.
by the cheetahs. If you go any further, you go to that ride, the snake
Cheetah
ride.
hunt. No? Oh,
There's
yeah,
the
yeah.
cheetah hunt on the left,
Yeah.
and then there's that
Keep
snake.
going. There's a snake ride.
Yeah,
And
but
then
then
even
there's the-
past that, there's Montu.
Yeah, so cheetah hunt. Across from cheetah hunt, there's that white building, right?
Uh huh.
And
I
in
think there's like a
between them,
restaurant there.
there are the bamboos and
And
the
the
train
train
tracks
tracks,
to
yeah.
go, right?
Uh huh.
Right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So that area was
I've heard this
closed.
story, by the way.
That area was fucking closed.
Yeah.
So, I was there with my ex. We were just walking around. We got to the end of it, and we're like, okay, let's go behind, that thing. Nobody was there. Boom, boom, boom. Just hold on to the biggest bamboo tree you can find.
You
You
imagine
just
that
see from
shit
a
snap.
distance a fucking
The bamboos.
The funniest part was, as we get out of the bamboo trees, we see this other couple trying to get behind the bamboo trees. They're like, you motherfuckers, we know exactly what kind of a demon time you're on, So that was that.
Arturo, so, how was your Barra Payan you had
Don't
today?
even talk to him. Can we mute him from the chat today?
You want me to ban Arthur?
Yes,
I'm not
ban
gonna
Arthur.
Why?
Because
Why?
they're
What's-
sending
what's
pictures
up?
of them eating in DR and stuff. So just block him from the chat.
no temptation.
Yeah, dude, they've been sending fucking pictures of drinking Presidente and shit like that.
Listen. Last
I was
night,
screaming today in my car. Fuck! Because I was like, I want to be over there,
last night
Are they with your
they
parents?
decided because they
Yeah.
were originally only taking
How long
one
are they staying
suitcase.
over?
So they're coming back
Tuesday.
Monday. Or Monday,
Monday?
Tuesday.
Anyways, they were originally taking one suitcase for both of them.
Yeah.
They realized they were overweight by
Yeah.
5 pounds. Plus, some uncle wanted to send something.
He
and-
should have fucking told me. I would have given him my backpack. That should have fit another 20, 30 pounds.
Listen. So they were like, you know what, fuck it. Let's just pay for the next checked bag. That way we can take the stuff that they're asking us to take. And that way I don't have to stress. Also, bringing back, you can bring back whatever you want to bring, whatever, right? And I before he paid for it, I was like, wait, I have an idea. And he's like, what? And I was like, pay for Eddie's ticket. And I'll let you take whatever you want in my suitcase. You can take whatever you want. And he's like, no, bro. And walked away. And I was like, okay.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know, man. If it's $50, I mean, I might just take a
$50
I
vacation.
didn't
from
see
where?
any.
He
I didn't
said
see
he
any.
said he found it, but we looked and everywhere it's like
send it on a
he
on a
looked
group
up just
chat, on a group
Florida.
chat.
Where we driving to? What airport we driving to for $50?
Think
Shit,
in
for
Jacksonville.
$50, I'll go all the way to
Think in
Miami, bro. All I have
Jacksonville.
to do is hop. You know, you just
No, we checked Miami. It was like 300 something. We
yeah.
checked
You
Fort
get
Lauderdale.
in a car. You're in
Something
Miami
out
the
of
next
there.
morning.
Maybe
you
it's like
park your car at
Jacksonville.
Amanda's
What's up, baby?
house.
Let me
No,
check your.
No,
Oh,
no.
you can come
Go.
in slowly if
No.
anything.
No, yeah, back your ass up and keep
Can I see
Put
your
those
phone?
hard brakes, bro.
Let me see your phone.
my phone.
I'm gonna try and find these tickets for Jay.
Whiskey, beer, eating like crazy. You guys been having what's it called? Damn, the river crabs. You guys call it the same thing, right?
Mud crabs?
Yeah.
So Medellin.
What do you guys call it?
Mud crabs?
No, in Spanish.
Cangrejo?
No, but we call it jaiba.
Cangrejo.
Aiwa,
I don't,
yeah.
That's blue crab for me.
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like blue crab. Not enough meat, too much effort.
Literally.
There's a way, bro. When I was in Boston, because I wanted to eat Boston crab. That's what Boston is known for, lobster and crab. I did a YouTube video, and this motherfucker explained exactly how to open that fucking crab, where you get the most amount of meat for least amount of effort.
I mean,
There's
know
a
what's
there's a
crazy?
technique to this.
that's one
You
of
know
those
what's
things
crazy?
that I'd rather pay the extra to get the bigger
One of the things
crab
that's-
to not struggle.
Here in Florida, that you can get a lot in certain parts of Florida, especially that I don't recall ever having, like saying I really like or whatever. I don't remember having stone crab.
Stone crab. Yep. I've never had stone crab
is very
either.
similar to mud crab.
And they have that a lot here.
Yes, they
it's a
do.
big thing here. It's pretty expensive.
I
It's
don't
pretty
know.
expensive for what it is, but
I don't know where to catch it on land, but you can easily catch it with just regular crab
With a
traps.
stone crab, I think with a stone crab you can only have the claws.
yes.
And then the way they do it, they catch the crab, they cut the claw, and then they throw it back in.
Yeah, they don't cut it. They actually break it off
Break
a
it
certain
off,
method
yeah.
because they actually regrow them.
Yes.
And they can't be too big either. They have to be a certain size. Can't be too big, too small.
Yeah.
They
There's like a
have-
measuring stick
yes.
specifically for
yes,
that.
exactly. They have like this thing that just has like a.
Yeah.
why
It just
can't-
looks
why-
like an
why
open
can't you
sea
have
on
the
like a
whole
metal,
crab?
and if it's too big or too small, it
Yeah.
has like a gauge to
Why
tell
can't
you.
you have the whole crab?
Huh?
I don't know. I think it's for preservation because these crabs.
Yeah, you
grow-
can't eat
It's
the
got to
whole
be
crab.
preservation because last time I caught one accidentally and I fucked that shit up completely.
Yeah. No, you
Oh,
can't. You
man.
can't.
Allegedly.
Allegedly,
Yeah.
right? You gotta
Yeah,
say
you
that.
can.
we
It's
go.
for like you're not allowed to fucking. It's
Yeah, you're
just a
supposed to
claw.
just harvest the claws. Then they have to be a certain size
Yes.
as well, and they can't be too big either.
It was
So I-
good.
So Boston.
It was good.
It was good.
As
Yeah?
a matter of fact, I asked the guy in the restaurant. I said, "So where do you get your crabs from?" They're like, "Oh, they come from Florida." So all the blue crab that Boston gets is the Florida
Yeah,
crab.
we have a big commercial market for blue crab here.
Same thing with stone crab. I was looking at. That's the thing though.
all those little
Here,
tiny
too.
buoys when you go out
Yeah.
by
Yeah.
St. Pete, that's
Yeah.
all fucking crab traps.
Yep.
And then you see guys on these fucking little jerry rigged,
Yep.
you know, what do you call
Old
it?
ass
John
fucking
boats.
barges.
My
and shit.
grandpa just got one of those to go fishing.
Your grandpa, Mr. Gargoyle.
No, not Mr. Gargoyle, my other grandpa.
I was about to say the gargoyle's going
That
out
gargoyle,
fishing.
that gargoyle. No, he loves fishing though.
Oh, really?
Loves-
He goes out during the day?
loves fishing. My first memories of fishing were with him.
Yeah.
I remember my first memories with him was we went fishing for catfish one time because that's the only thing that you could catch.
Man,
He's
that-
such a G, bro. He's such a G.
Bro, like I
I
hate it, but that camera adds at least fucking 10 pounds. My arms are not that fucking big. There's no way my arms are that
Swole,
big.
dude. Fucking
Swole. What do you mean, bro?
They don't look that big.
We all look bigger.
Really? I
Mhm.
feel like I look skinnier on camera,
No.
especially lately.
Like even Miguel.
Anyways, my
All of
grandpa
us.
took me out fishing for catfish, and back then it was just with a rod, and a rod is just a fucking stick
What a
With-
piece of string
with,
attached to the
with some
tip.
string. Yeah, with some string, and then a makeshift hook. I think it was.
Yeah.
Throw that bad boy out. That boy pulled, and then I yanked up, and I started running because I couldn't lift the rod enough, so I just started running uphill. I remember dragging that bitch over my shoulder, just running.
Was it a freshwater catfish?
River
Yeah,
catfish.
because river catfish you can
In Cuba,
eat.
I'm guessing.
Hate
I
catfish.
hate catfish too.
No, catfish is gross, but at the time,
Every time you go
Dude,
fishing
my
and you get a
grandpa-
catfish, you want to cut the line.
dude, my
You don't even want to
grandpa-
bring it up. You
That's
don't
what
even
my
want to
brother
hold
does.
I don't know.
My
Fuck
Granny
that.
got
grandpa
poked
would
by
fish
one
for
the other
wait,
day.
wait,
catfish.
allegedly,
Fuck
allegedly,
on you.
allegedly. We all take hooks out. Allegedly.
My grandpa one time caught a catfish that was like solid 4 feet.
Nah,
The
man.
one of the worst things I've had is encounters with dolphins. Because anytime dolphins are around, you can't fucking fish. That shit's so
They'll rape
annoying.
you.
bro, and
Yeah.
they're so
They
good, bro. They'll take the shrimp, they'll take the fish right
Yes.
off your hook,
You know, that's
Yes.
the thing,
and they
right?
would not hook themselves, bro. I don't know how the fuck
won't.
they do
They
it.
won't. And if they hook themselves, you better hold on to that rod and hope the just line breaks pretty quickly, because
You know,
that
dolphins-
thing is pulling.
Yeah,
You know, dolphins can rape you. They're the only other mammal that has sex for fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I also heard their clitoris is the size of your
Primates
fist.
have sex for fun too.
Who?
Primates?
Yeah.
Not-
Bonobos and chimps. Yes, they do. Bonobos and chimps for recreational sex.
Yeah.
And chimps are known to have. Is it? I don't. Yeah, I think it's. I
So-
think it's chimps that are known to have sex with older chimp, like younger chimp males.
So
will have sex
really,
with older chimp
no
males.
other mammal besides primates and
And mammal and
And
humans
dolphins?
and dolphins for mammals.
Yes.
so you got primates and then dolphins is the one exception.
Yes.
I find that hard to believe.
Yeah, bro.
Look it up.
All of the other,
I've already done the research.
Yeah,
all of the other ones do it for
I'll take your
recreation.
word for it.
Yeah, all of the other ones are
Not that I'm into dolphin porn or
Dolphins are
anything,
horny.
but I've done.
So-
He's done the hard research.
Yeah.
So remember,
Examined it all.
I think I already talked about this. So they had these fucking bonobos in one zoo, right? And they started fucking realizing that these female bonobos, like over the years, started getting bigger and bigger asses, even though
Okay.
the food was the same, right? So apparently these bonobo males were going after the big ass bonobo females, right?
got the
And
BBLs.
these BBL bonobo females were like, this wasn't happening in the nature because they were slower,
Okay.
so they would get caught. So the nature kind of like had this way of like getting rid of the big ass bonobo monkeys, right? And then in the zoo, like these females started like actually like monkeys with big asses. That was like one of the part of the research.
I wonder why they start creating big asses though.
Well,
So I'm seeing
That's
that
just the ones that they
lions
liked more, maybe.
and otters also have sex for pleasure
you know?
instead of just.
So
to
lions and
procreate.
otters.
Yeah.
So you can
So
get raped
only
by a lion
only
or an
lions, no other big cat. Well.
I'm looking further into.
Well, because like for the male, any male of any species,
Appreciate
it's
it, Alex.
automatic pleasure, right? Like you nut, that's pleasure, right? But like the dolphins, which I know what he's talking about, is like because they'll like rub their noses against the clitoris of another dolphin, like literally.
My stepdad didn't
They'll
know how to
also
swim.
hunt little fish out of the water.
My
Yeah,
stepdad didn't
Bro.
know how to swim, and every time he would have to take a poop, he would have to do it obviously
So-
in the water or your ass sticking out. And he was always afraid of a dolphin. coming up and touching
Mondongo
his
for
ass.
you, Alex. So you're not
Wait,
gonna know
what?
Yeah.
is
What
beef
happened? I didn't
tripe,
hear
That was his
you.
phobia.
like beef intestines.
Who's
It's like a
phobia?
soup,
My
right?
stepdad.
Yes, it's made in like a stew style. When you're
dolphin
talking about
coming-
mondongo
Yeah, I think
specifically,
I've
like
had it
that that dish, very famous in the Dominican Republic.
fucking
You
disgusting.
think when
It's
you think when
horrible.
people go swimming
They're
with dolphins
disgusting
at
for
those
eating that
places,
shit.
it turns
I
them
don't care
on?
what you
fucking
say.
gross.
dog-
It
bro.
is the shit
Gross.
channels.
That's why
It
they
is the
cooperate.
shit channels of
And
the
then-
animal. I don't
Like,
care what
you
you say.
sick?
And
Y'all
there are
let you
people-
right on me.
Any of that shit, disgusting. Sorry.
And there are
I love how
people
we're having two
that will
completely
get the
different
bullet in a
conversations.
chamber and they're happy because they like that.
Yeah. No, I mean, with the way that Dominicans do it, from what I've seen, like I've seen my uncle cook it multiple times.
They'll clean the
and
shit
my
out of
mom,
it.
they clean the living shit out of it. Now the house smells so bad because they boil the smell out so hard and cook it out and clean it. Apparently, then the outcome tastes pretty good. I've had it once. I'm not a fan of it only because the taste was. I'm not gonna lie, the taste is fine for me. I'm not a fan of the texture of the actual meat itself. You know what I mean? Like
what type of meat are you talking about?
mondongo.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I didn't know what mondongo is. Jorge loves mondongo.
Jorge
I
loves
like
mondongo.
chicken
That's a
gizzard.
thing for
We,
him, yeah.
yeah, we were in
I've
someone.
had it before, but only because I had to. Cuba.
Yeah,
Have you
so
had molleja?
That's
like
chicken.
Chicken gizzard.
gizzards are good.
Gizzards.
Gizzards
I
are
don't-
good.
I
I love
same-
gizzards.
same
I'll have them
story, though.
occasionally.
I like
Same
chicken
No,
story.
I
gizzard.
like gizzard.
Yeah, me
Gizzards
too.
You
don't
like
smell like
story.
shit.
My mom
That's
makes it
okay.
good,
You
though.
like them, but it's the same story.
It's not,
It's the
it's
shit
not.
channels. Yes, it is.
No, it's not the
Isn't it
shit channel.
crazy?
Gizzard is not the
I
shit
find it
channel.
hard to eat the chicken wing or the thigh, but I'd have
Gizzards?
gizzard.
Yeah, because gizzard meat, if it's cooked properly, literally, if it's soft and nice, it tastes like meat.
I feel
It
like
tastes
again,
actually like meat.
It's also like broccoli.
I've
It
also-
just depends on how you make it.
Chitlins?
The stuff
Shit,
that you
yeah,
mix it
I've
with.
also seen Kevin throw. I'm sorry, Kevin, but we were talking about this the other day. Throw up over 7 to 8 times after eating some gizzards. That I guess.
But that doesn't mean that it was that
Correct.
necessarily. It could have been
Oh, it
something
was
else.
definitely that.
So Gizzards are not bad. Like out of all the nasty things, like stomach, I can't do. Like anything that has overly texture
about
of
brain?
fat.
You know what
or
I really want to
bristleness in
actually
it.
What about the
try?
pig brain?
I've had brain, not my thing.
I want to try
My mom
cook
likes
correctly
it.
in like a taco. Try it. Tongue.
Tongue is good.
I've
Yeah.
had it at,
I cannot
at the
imagine.
taco.
Yeah?
Poncho.
Tongue is good.
Is it good?
What about some mountain
Straight. I
oysters?
think we
Mountain
got-
oysters.
I
I've never
bought
had
it one
that
time
before.
for Evan.
When we went.
I never bought it. I
think
never
was
ate
the
it.
day
That's
that I
bull
went that I was
testicles.
like,
Yeah,
I'll
bull
just try this. The language.
I think you'd right. I did
Lengua,
see you eat it.
the tongue meat is really good, bro. Like if you think about it, it's just clean meat. There's no fat in it.
What was
It's
it
just
that we
clean
ate
meat.
with
The thing
Lynette and
about it is the
Arthur?
way they cook it.
The
What?
Peruvian restaurant.
Happy Fish.
No, the Peruvian restaurant in Orlando.
Oh,
He
in
got
Orlando?
something that was weird, but it's like normal in Peru.
Heart,
Guinea pig.
It
heart,
might have been heart.
heart.
Was it heart?
Yes.
What is it called?
Yes.
What do they call it?
Yes. He got some heart.
anticucho.
Yes,
Yes.
anticucho.
Yes.
Heart.
Yeah, that was
Heart.
pretty good.
This
Yeah.
shit was
That was
really,
actually really
good,
good.
actually.
Yes,
Would
heart.
y'all-
Really good. The way that they made it was
Would y'all
really,
eat
really
guinea
good.
pig?
Guinea pig, no.
No, we
No.
were talking about this at
Yes,
Arjun's house
'cause
the
we
other
saw
day.
But
video,
but yeah,
yeah.
mountain oysters. Alex asked mountain oysters. Anybody have?
What is
mine?
that?
Mountain oysters.
Yeah, bull testicles.
Bull
Yeah, no,
testicles.
fuck you.
Uh,
I'm good.
No, so
So since
Sounds
Miguel
stiff.
made this on my search history, giraffes have over 90% of their sexual activity is same-sex encounters.
so
Damn.
they're
Only 10% is to procreate.
They're sus.
They're
part of
all
the LGBTQ
sus?
community.
Giraffes are sus. That's funny as fuck.
Elephants masturbate.
Oh my god.
What?
Elephants masturbate.
With their
I mean,
with
dogs
their
do.
trump?
Well,
How?
if you have a dog, you know that. If you
Well,
have a male
dogs
dog,
will
you know
like
that.
hump a pillow. So
I mean,
like,
you-
is that what does that
Not
count?
only do they hump a pillow,
they'll
you have
lick
a-
their dick.
if you
bruh.
have seen them, if you have a male dog, you see them lick their
Hey.
schlong.
I wonder if the
That's
Well,
elephant.
They-
elephants
they-
apparently
they-
find a nice rock and rub it up against it.
They'll do anything.
So the
Dolphins?
elephant. So what you're saying is the elephant can blow
Or
itself.
the elephant, I mean.
So elephants, such a big animal that doesn't look like it's very flexible. How the fuck is it?
Bro, with a trump.
He just
That
said
thing
the
reaches.
rock. He finds a rock and
Oh,
rubs
with the
against
rock?
it.
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought you said that was a
You
dolphin.
said with a rock.
Yeah, with the rock.
Hey yo.
Can you
Wait,
imagine?
Find nice hard
Giraffes are
surfaces.
sus.
If you ever go to
So
Bush-
90% of giraffe sex is sus.
If you ever go to like giraffe, freaking Busch Gardens, and you see the elephants, like their skins look a little rough, you know he was on the rock.
Now
we
every
know.
time I walk
Horses
by the
can,
giraffe thing,
no
I'm like,
one-
Suck
you
themselves.
gay.
No wonder.
Yes, they can.
No
they
wonder
can.
the giraffes are always
Walruses
just
can
swinging
suck
their head.
themselves.
Swinging
It's
their
like
head.
the
So,
sussest way to fight.
Hear me out. Hear me out. What are the animals with the largest penises in comparison to their body?
Whale.
No. In comparison to their body, like
I think it's like something like
It's
the
like a
walrus.
mosquito or a bee.
no. That's not what I'm
Talk
talking
about
about.
a micro penis.
So, like when you take, for example, you take a turtle. Turtle penises are hella fucking long. Why? Think about it.
I've heard that
Because they
those.
gotta get in the shell.
Gotta reach.
Why
Same
do black
thing with
guys like
rhinos.
women with big butts?
No, same thing with rhinos.
I think
Same thing with elephants. Same thing with
walrus
horses.
Or horse, yeah.
Bro, horses. The first time I saw that, I was like, okay. I
Yeah.
remember I was riding a horse, and the moment I got off of it, it had to
sounds a
pee, and
little
that
sus,
thing
ain't
just.
gonna lie.
And I was like, oh my god, what the hell?
So think about it. Like humans are no fucking different from animals. We've developed the way we've developed, right?
You just have a bigger
So
frontal-
if the women in a
fucking-
tribe have big butts, you're gonna need a big penis to reach it.
Is that legit? I've heard that a lot. Is that legit, like, research that just correlates, or is it just...
Well, there's no other explanation. He has to reach. That's why, like, rhinos have long penises, because he has to fucking reach.
I mean, I get it in. I don't know.
I like big butts.
I
I mean, you
get
also have
it.
to think of the mass of like a horse
Yeah,
comparative.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty fucking big too. Yeah,
Them boys
But
are
they-
flexible.
look, or bulls.
You know,
You know what I mean?
You know,
'Cause
they
it's
say
like fit a
horses-
whole human hand in there.
they say horses would be one of the most aggressive animals on the planet, especially against humans, with, like, the way we try and, like, domesticize them. I don't know if that's a word, but
domesticate them.
domesticate them. It's because they actually, the way that their vision works, they see things something like 6 to 8 times larger than they actually are. So they see humans a lot bigger and everything a lot bigger. That's why they freak out over little shit. It's because they imagine it as this huge thing. and that's apparently one of the reasons we're so easy to tame them.
Huh.
Apparently, they would be
that's funny.
super aggressive, and like would have more BDE if they saw things for what they really are.
Funny. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know what's crazy to me? The way they
That's what I've heard. I gotta fact check me somebody.
I
The way
wanna
they
more.
I'm gonna look it up
teach
here.
those horses, like in Colombia and Mexico, the way they teach them to do that little walk,
My dad's horse used to do that in Cuba.
yeah. And it's not that they don't break their legs; it's they make them go around this barrel, and the horse starts developing that.
I think my dad
Gallop.
just knew how to do it or something. Like I don't think he actually like trained him, or maybe
I
the
don't know.
previous
Maybe the
owner or
previous
something.
owner.
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe the previous owner, but
And they also teach him how to do the little thing when they like sit, like
Yeah.
put their feet a certain
Yeah.
way and all that.
In Cuba, we had a very good horse, but he was a bitch when it came to asphalt.
yeah.
Whenever there was new asphalt put in, he would pass out. He would like
So
go
Not
down.
know how to walk.
depending on how far the object is, it says up close horses can see up to 50% larger.
Damn.
So we're like,
Huge.
we
So
look.
the horse would see me and think I'm a normal sized human.
No, you wouldn't be normal size human. You would still be like Shaq.
Nah, bro. There's no way I'm being Shaq.
I mean, how tall are you? You're like 5'5",
5'5".
right? 5'5", right? So 50% bigger, meaning you're gonna gain at least 2 feet,
yeah, I'll
two
be-
and a
I'll
half.
be
You'd
like
be
Shaq.
Shaq.
Yeah, I'll
you'd
be
be
Shaq.
taller than Shaq.
Yeah, I'll
you'd
be
be
taller
taller
than
than Shaq.
Yeah, I could put my dick on Shaq's forehead.
Not that big. You'd be like a foot. No, like 8 or 9 inches taller than him.
Yeah.
So if I jump, I can still put
Seven-
on top of his
Seven,
forehead,
because
right?
Shaq is like 7'1", I think it is. Right? He's like 7'1".
Yeah, he's pretty fucking
And so you would be 7'5". That would be
That's
your
a
height.
smart man right there. He got so many deals, money coming from
yeah,
all directions.
and guess what he invested into?
He's smart.
He's super smart.
Like he invested into like things like Five Guys. Invested
And he's
into
talking
Reebok.
about how one of the things he said he
Walmarts.
read that book, Business for Dummies. I saw a clip of this actually today, and he was saying one of the first things he did was he invested into his family in the sense that he put them all on salary.
Yeah.
It was basically like tell his mom like, ready, I'm gonna pay you $750,000 a year. Dad, you're on for $500,000 a year, and he just basically help right off in reality.
Yeah.
But and it's just a smarter way, like to distribute the money. Like,
Well,
he's
the-
already gonna spend so much money on those specific people. Why not route
The
it
richest-
in the smartest way possible?
Richest families in the world, what they do, they'll take out a life insurance policy and they'll put it in a. This is a very, very superficial way of explaining. There's a lot more to it. So don't take this as a fucking financial advice, whoever is watching. So they'll open a trust, irrevocable trust, which means that you cannot revoke this trust, right? Like, which means the trust now becomes its own person. You have a trustee that gets to manage it. And what they'll do, they'll put a life insurance policy in it. And usually this life insurance policy will be something that tracks S&P 500 or index funds or whatever, right? And then what they'll do, they'll borrow money against this life insurance policy from the trust, the family members, like the ones that are the beneficiaries. They'll borrow money, and when they borrow money, they pay back the trust with interest. So this trust continues to grow while they borrow tax-free money to invest in whatever businesses they got going on to invest, and then they pay back the trust starts growing. And then when that happens, each individual person can put money in the trust as well the same way, right?
Yeah.
So that's how generational wealth is.
So it's like a family
built.
business bank account.
So trust itself, the way structure of the trust is, according to United States law, trust is a person. Just like you, if I open a trust in a bank, that's its own person. It pays its own taxes. It's got its own like social security per se. Like it's its own person. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if you put everything in a trust, technically everything you own in a trust, no one can come after you. They're going to have to come after the trust. Now, if you make shell companies and put things in trust and then go offshore and come back on shore, done. That's why fucking everybody that talked to Epstein, it wasn't just because of the island. He was a fucking financial guru too. They were fucking hiding money. You know what I mean? Like he was helping him hide money as well. You know, so anyway.
That's interesting.
Yeah, but I'm gonna share that. I'm gonna share that podcast. If you want to watch it, I would like to know your opinion about it, Alex, about this podcast. Did you hear part of it? What I said?
Alex, we're actually going to be
Yeah, I
adding
heard what
you
were talking.
Yeah.
to a group chat. If that's all good with you.
All right,
We
but
have a little GhettoRig
Yeah.
social group
So
chat.
all right, so I have a question. We had a whole long discussion on Tuesday about this. I don't want to make this long. Maybe 5 minutes, not more. So we were talking about who should ask for a relationship in a relationship. Who
Oh
should
my
ask? Should it be the
God,
guy or the
no.
girl? What do you guys think? I kind of know what you think. Let's hear what Alex thinks, and then you can guys weigh in.
either.
Alex,
to
can
be
you,
honest,
Alex,
it
can
doesn't
you,
really matter.
yeah, Alex, can you send me your phone number to Discord?
Yeah.
Either. Why either?
He said neither.
No, he said either.
Either should-
Either or.
Oh, I thought he said
Like-
neither.
Either
Whoever
or.
feels like
Or-
that's where they're wanting to go, you should express that.
I think he's asking, like, not like asking, like, do you want to be my boyfriend / girlfriend? More of like,
Or I'll just do it through Discord. It's fine.
No, that.
oh, I thought you were saying like the whole "what
The-
are we" situation.
That's the asking for a relationship, right? I mean, technically.
Yeah, but it's
that's
not the
what it
same as asking, like.
No, but literally, if somebody asks, "What are we?" They're like, want to know where we stand. Are we just having sex? This is casual sexting.
But
Are
that's
we
not the same as
official?
saying like, "Will you be my boyfriend?"
What? What else is that?
Asking what you guys are,
Okay, so if
because it could be the other way around. Like we could be having something going on, and I can ask you like, "So, what are we?" Just to make sure, because you might seem like you want something serious, but I don't. I just want the friends with benefits, and I'm just trying to make sure like everything's clear. We're all on the same page. That's another thing.
yeah, but usually I think girls, if the girl is to ask that, majority of the time is more like hey, I kind of want commitment, that's why I'm asking this.
Yeah.
It's not like, it's usually the guy that just kind of want to have the casual thing usually, but I don't know, I think it should be the girl that asks for it. This is my opinion. I think it's the girl that should say, hey, what are we? And this is when you as a guy say, okay, well, this is what I think.
Either
I
way,
don't know.
all
it doesn't
depends.
demasculate you. If you
No, it's not about-
you're into a chick, you're just like, hey, I'm into you, and this is what I want.
No, it's not about demasculating. It's more about like knowing that she's really there for it. Like it's not just
you
like
want
maybe.
her to show it first.
Correct.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I still would be the one that gives the ring, the last name. Like that. Though I'm gonna be the one that's gonna propose. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna give the ring. I'm gonna be the one that's gonna take care of all these things. But
telling Eddie,
like
baby steps.
asking that
He's
exclusivity.
already talking about marriage now. Like he's talking about he's actually gonna give a ring. It's baby steps. He'll
No,
be
I've
married-
always said that. That's what I do.
He'll be married in a couple.
I always said that's what I would do.
Couple years,
I would
maybe
not
couple
get
months.
married through the state. I've said this before. I would not do it like the legal channels, courthouse. I would never do that.
Do you have Discord on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, never mind. I was making sure.
Okay. I'll just drop
We're-
the link in there.
No, we're already all in that in like a private
Yeah, I'll
chat.
drop the link on that private chat for the podcast.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Right. So I still gonna have to give the ring. I still would, do the last name thing. Whatever. She doesn't want to have the last name. She want to hyphenate it. It is what it is. At the end of the day. But like your sister couldn't fucking wait to take my brother's last name. Literally, she fucking signed the papers. Next day, she had the fucking applications filled up. Like she didn't even wait. That shit was out to change her last name.
It's funny because
You
the
know what I
other day, I was talking with like my aunt and stuff, and I was like, yeah, like Eddie's cousin Douglas, his wife is named Emily Asensio. So if me and Eddie get married, I'm gonna be the second Emily Asensio. And then, she's like, you wouldn't keep your last name, and I'm like, for what? And she's like, you're just like your mother, and this is and that. I'm gonna tell your dad you want to keep his last name, and I'm like, okay, go tell him. I don't
Yeah.
care.
That's funny.
So-
So was that my thing?
Yes.
That's
So
hilarious.
what's wrong with changing your last name or not changing?
I don't know. I
it?
think she
don't
was
know.
just fucking around, but I don't know. Maybe there's something. That...
I'm gonna really put it this way. I really don't care. To be honest,
Well, I
in what sense? Why should I?
because
What, the name or marriage?
The name.
because
I
I
mean,
mean,
both.
I'm married, and my wife legally didn't change her name.
yeah.
But like on social media and stuff, she'll be right.
Yeah.
Which is my last
yeah,
name.
yeah. I noticed that on Facebook. Her
Which
last
which
name
is fine,
yours.
which is fine. At least she like the whole legal aspect. I understand. That's a fucking headache. You gotta sit down. You gotta fill
yeah,
up this.
Lynette
gotta
had
fill
to
up
change
that.
her freaking everything.
Everything.
Her social,
Yeah,
it's a fucking
that's-
pain in the
that's
ass.
so
I get
much.
it. I get it. It's a
No.
fucking pain in the ass.
You
But-
know what's nice? Lorena
but I think you gotta-
originally was Gonzalez, so when they got married, she didn't have to change anything. She was already had the same last name.
Gonzalez, yeah. So
Right, but I'm with Eddie. I don't care.
Yeah, I really don't. And the whole marriage thing too, like on the whole government side, unless we're gonna receive like some like benefits that are worth it.
There's tax benefits.
yeah, but there are tax benefits, but like those tax benefits are good
Well, then if it's
if you're
worth it,
within
let's
a
do
certain
it.
bracket. Those tax benefits are good if you're within a certain bracket, but
Yes.
if you're earning more, that's actually hurting you.
Okay.
Yeah, if combined earnings are more, it will actually hurt you.
But you can be legally married and file
Separately.
separate.
Yeah.
You can, but then it's still gonna hurt you too. Like
Well, I mean, if you're making that much,
Yeah.
If you're in that middle class, you're getting fucked no matter what.
yes. You know what class gets fucked the most? Think about it. What class gets fucked the
The
most?
middle class for sure. It's gotta
Huh?
be the middle class.
Nope.
It's gotta be. There's
Nope.
no fucking way.
Think about it.
It 100% is the middle class.
It's the
I
fuck.
mean, poor, yes, but
Poor
It's-
just sucks.
it's-
But who's getting fucked monetarily wise on tax?
On
The
taxes,
middle
it's
class.
the upper middle class.
Yeah, middle.
Upper
That's still
middle
middle.
Still middle
The
class.
doctors, the lawyers, those are the ones that are getting an actual fucking paycheck. Where their paycheck is coming in like at $20K a month or something like that. They're the ones that are getting fucked because they're already in that almost 40% bracket. You know what I mean?
well, I mean, if that 1% played a little more, maybe they could bring
But-
that down.
But see,
you
like
know.
I read research that if like even if the 1% paid more, it still would not be near enough what we need. Like it would just not put a dent in a bucket at all. Like it wouldn't make any difference.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of research that's different to that.
But I mean, I don't know if it would make a difference. And then at the end of the day, like think about it for
Yeah, it would because most of these are paying 0 to none. So
Yeah,
it
those
would
are-
be
those are usually like business owners and things like that. I understand that, but what I'm trying to say is, so think about it. Think about it this way. Let's say it's 700,000, which is like combined income. I think, right? Again, not a tax professional, so I don't know the exact numbers. After 700, you pay 40% in taxes. So let's say you make $1,700,000, right? On 700,000, you're probably going to be right at around 35% tax bracket, right? Like so 700,000 times 0.65. What is it? 700,000 times 0.65.
$455,000.
So that's 455,000, right? Out of 700. So you're losing 250 right there. Let's say you're making $1,700,000. On that $1 million, you have to pay 40%. That's 400,000 more. So $650,000 out of your $1.7 million that you just paid into taxes. That's 38%, somewhere like that. Think about it for a minute. You just earned $1.7 million, but you only get to keep $1 million.
Yeah.
$700,000 went to nothing. $700,000, that's 10 people's
remember.
salary at 70 grand.
I think it was one of the Nelk boys that was talking about it. They were like, "Yeah, when I made the first million, I was so astonished by the amount of money they took from me."
Yeah. It's fucking insane, man. So what makes
But
you what makes you want to make that kind of money when you have to pay that much?
I guess what they're trying to say is like when who's getting
Finding ways around it and finding
who's
ways
getting the most fucked?
Well, yeah,
Goddamn, why
to
did
make
Siri
more.
start playing music? What did she think? Who's getting the most fucked is because these people at the end of the day still have $1 million in their
They do.
pocket that they're taking clean.
They do, but they
You
could
know what I
have
mean?
million
So-
700. 700,000 can buy you hella
I get
shit.
that, but in the same way that the person that made 60,000 or was supposed to make 60,000 really made like 38.
No. At 60,000, you're probably giving up about 12K. 12K, maybe 14K.
40. You're probably
Maybe
40.
14K.
You're
You're
on
at
40.
48,000.
Depends if you're a single file.
Yes.
If you're a single file,
Household.
it's 22%.
Yeah, head of household and whatever.
And that bracket.
Yeah. So yes, you're at 48 grand. That's correct. But the amount of money that you're losing in whole scheme of things, like the $12,000 can buy a lot, but it's not $700,000.
It's just that to you it's worth so much more. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
That perspective.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. As far as survival goes, as far as buying
Yeah.
things goes, yes. But when you're thinking about $700,000,
You got cold?
that's fucking 2 Lamborghinis.
I get that, but like for like the 12,000. That's like, oh, that could be, you know, when
Yeah.
you're living at that in that range, like that's not even in your mind state of Lamborghinis. You're talking about
but
bills and
but think about it. My question
notes
is,
and
why would
shit
you
like
work
that.
as hard to make 1.7 million so you can give away the 7? Wouldn't you say, well, fuck this? Why am I working so hard to make 1.7 where just gonna fucking make a lot less, pay a lot less in taxes, and live my life at, let's say, 300,000-400,000?
that's your prerogative.
Or let's say 200,000, or let's say $100,000. Now, if you're not working as hard, because you're not just making 1.7 million dollars without employing people, right? Now you got a bunch of people that are without a job. Like when you're making that kind of money, someone is employed. You're paying somebody for
I get
something.
what you're saying. I get what you're saying for sure.
So to me, that's fucking crazy. And then, like, why would I give up that much of it? And then if there are loopholes, I'm gonna fucking find them. I'm gonna find those loopholes, not to pay.
And you have the resources to look for those things. So.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a catch-22. I mean,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I do.
and it's corrupt. Like the other day, I watched a fucking podcast, and they were talking to a. So the guy was one of the most, like, 20 top earning capos in Italian mafia back in the day. He went to jail and things like that. This guy was bringing in up to 5 to 7 million a week. And they had fucking deals with the local politicians, local everyone. They had the unions under control. Like when somebody would build something, they would come in and say, listen, you can either have the union come in here, do rezoning and put their fucking fences up, or I can bring the union to you and they're going to act the way you want them to act. Which one do you want? And he literally talks about this shit. You know what I mean? Like, we're at that level of governments where everyone is fucking corrupt. You're trying to tell me I'm going to pay $700,000 of my tax money that I don't even know how the fuck they're going to use? And most likely half of that money is going to go into someone's pocket and not help the poor? At that point, I might as well hide all those loopholes, take that $700,000 and invest it myself into some sort of a philanthropy where I know for sure I'll be able to help someone. Wouldn't that make more sense?
It would.
I don't know. That's just me.
I mean, in the American culture, yeah. But, like, if we look around the world, like, you can get breakdowns of what your taxes go into. They'll, like, show you, like, what your dollars or whatever your...
Yeah, see, this is the thing. Like, I don't believe that anywhere... I think United States government is corrupt. But I think everyone else outside of United States is even more corrupt. I really do think that. I really do think so.
So you think
I do.
they have the most, like the least corrupted system? I don't think so.
They have more loopholes to
I
be
can't believe
corrupt.
that.
I think so.
I will agree with you. There are some dictatorships out there that are hella corrupt comparative to our democracy or what little we have left of democracy.
Just look throughout the entire continent of Africa, 44 countries. You can honestly sit down and tell me that those countries are not corrupt, whichever one you want to pick. Look at throughout the Middle East. You can't tell me they're not corrupt. Asia, you can't tell me they're not corrupt. Look at South America. You cannot tell me they're not corrupt. That's literally 90% of the world right there, besides United States and Europe. And in Europe,
what's your level of corrupt?
You know what I mean?
Like, are you saying, like, make people disappear corrupt?
No, like, not only make people disappear. No, I'm not talking about that. Meaning, like, politicians are on the take. They're making wheeling and dealing. Meaning, like,
we have
okay.
that here.
That's what I'm saying. We have that here, but it's not at that level. Where over there is like, all right, so this is what's going to happen. There's a government contract. Only these people are going to be able to see this government contract, you know, and only these people are going to be able to invest into this. Where here you still kind of have that, but there's still a little more of an open market here and there. Somebody can go in with the right
just
connections.
Signed a bill so he wouldn't have to give up his position as governor so he can run for president. He overturned a Florida law so that he can continue to have power.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't think that's corrupt?
I mean, yes.
So
Yes.
how is that any different?
I don't know. At least here you can get in trouble for that. And at least here people do get indicted here and there.
He has a supermajority that allowed him to just pass it through.
Yes, and he also fucking ran through. He also took the private pension plans and ran him through the Wall Street and things like that.
That let them die bill is fucking crazy.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
in my opinion,
Crazy.
which they made a lot of sense in the podcast, they said that the candidate should not want Wall Street money. If
I
they
agree.
don't need
I
Wall
feel
Street
like
money,
the people
there
that
should
we
be
should
okay.
elect are the people that don't want to be elected.
Like
Because
who?
those are the people that actually care about what the populace wants.
I like that saying. It's like the guy that wants to be president shouldn't be president, and the guy that should be president doesn't want to be president.
But
Exactly.
who would be that guy? Who would be that person?
Shit,
Imaginary.
in America?
It's pretty
Exactly.
It's pretty
That's the whole
imaginary.
point, bro.
If you think of the whole, if you think of that and look at the reality of the system, it's kind of like that'll never happen.
At that level, of
But
those
you're right.
levels,
That is absolutely
But
right.
that's what we do. We start small, local, and then they start rising, and they start pushing out those people that are already there.
yeah, but at those levels, you have to be making deals with people because people have things on you, you have things on them. Like that's how cookie crumbles.
I mean, that is how
You-
American politics work.
Well, that's everybody's
Especially after
politics.
Watergate.
Is everyone Chinagate, Watergate, fucking Arab Spring, you name it. You know what I mean? Like it's all that. Like the whole
That
world,
is politics.
the whole war in Ukraine. You think it's about fucking Russia wanting Ukraine? Fuck, it's all about money.
That's about power, and
The-
Putin just wants to look strong,
Yeah,
and
and
he's failing.
and they're making money too on top of everything else. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Which we're gonna be making hella fucking money. United States is making hella money with that fucking proxy war.
I mean, defense contractors.
Yes. Dude, who's running the United States? The pharma and defense contractors. Like
Yeah.
who's financing it? Pharma and defense contractors. That's what it is. Who's the biggest lobbyist?
Funny, if you think about it that way, I mean, we got the weapons, you guys can kill each other, and then we'll send aid.
Well, that's what happens. Literally, that was Iraq. We leveled the place down, and they said, "Don't worry about it. We'll sell Halliburton. You don't need to worry about paying it." Guess who paid for it? We paid to Halliburton to rebuild Iran and Iraq, which I don't even think they took all the money and rebuilt that. It was just a fucking legal payout to Halliburton.
Oh yeah, legal bribery.
BlackRock,
100%.
Halliburton, because that money is gonna then
Blackwater.
yeah, Blackwater, and
Got
then
paid to just go kill people for
Blackwater,
fun.
yeah, that was probably
yeah, and that money is just gonna turn around, go right back to lobbying into the same people that pay them because they're gonna be consultants on their board. It's consulting fee, my friend. So you tell me. So how can you fix this? You can't. Just like they said in the podcast, bro, like the barrel is rotten. It's not just a couple of fish in a barrel that are rotten. The entire barrel is rotten.
I can
I
agree.
will give Donnie one thing.
Donnie.
He did clean the spawn.
He did a little
He
bit.
put so much crime in the public eye
Yes.
that people got so brazen.
Yep.
Now they're getting caught.
Yes. Yes. He did. And
Him
Donnie
included.
and yes, and Donnie and I think Donnie and Kennedy Jr. Well, Kennedy right now is making fucking waves. Did you see that? He came out and pretty much said, "Yeah, the CIA killed my uncle."
I heard about that.
Did you see that shit? So
He's
Kennedy
trying to get
Kennedy
ticket.
is one of the other guys that doesn't need Wall Street money. So does Donnie. Donnie doesn't need Wall Street money either. He's got his own money. So you have two candidates right now that don't need Wall Street money, and that's Kennedy Jr. and Donnie.
I mean, Donnie made like 1.4 bill when
Yeah,
he was president.
Yeah, well, Donnie, yeah, but then Kennedy is worth about 5 to 10 bill right now. And Donnie is probably right up there in 20, 30 to
Fuck
40
does he have
bill.
his money on?
Huh?
The fuck does he have his money on?
Kennedy? What he doesn't have the money on? He's one of the most powerful families in the United States. His
That's a
uncle
name.
literally got killed for going against the fucking world.
Even before he was president,
Yeah.
they were a big name.
Big name. Fucking
We've
money
been on
everywhere.
politics for a bit. I got a question. Crocs, yay or nay? Not to attack anyone on
Yay.
the panel.
Yay.
Depends.
You know-
If it's a,
you
only
know,
if it's a
There's
cold
two
only
day.
people
because I
wearing
know-
them and me with the mines in
Only
the other
because
room.
I
I'll
know
go
how
and grab
you.
them.
Only because I know how you feel. I feel attacked.
Crocs only with socks on a cold day.
Huh?
So even when
Crocs
I showed
on
him,
a hot day.
around
You know,
my
butt-ass
house, I'm not
naked.
taking
you know,
him out
Alex is
around
a big
people.
Star Wars fan, as we know. Even when I showed him the Mandalorian ones, he was like, "Nah."
Can't do it.
Damn.
Yeah,
Bro,
no,
they're the
Crocs.
most
I mean, I
comfortable
have a
thing
negative
ever.
connection with Crocs.
Why?
Fuck,
Why?
Did
What's
you
your
trip on
negative-
them? Did
only
you trip
time
on the
I've ever
sports?
tried Crocs
Cox?
is,
Cox?
You
when
tried
they were
Cox?
orange.
Orange.
Oh.
Brings back
Allegedly.
memories.
Allegedly.
You
Okay.
know, allegedly. So
No, so
that might
Well-
PTSD on Crocs.
one thing about
Well, they're
Crocs,
the most comfortable thing ever, especially if you
They
get
are
the
comfortable as hell.
all-terrain ones.
yeah,
Those are like extra cushioned, extra grippy, extra all of the above.
with the sport mode on, like they're comfortable. I can tell you, but around people, bro, I don't want anyone to see me wearing.
But
Crocs.
they're so
was about to say, would
normalized
you wear 'em
now.
out?
They're so
Yeah.
normal. Like anywhere you go, you're gonna see at least one person wearing Crocs.
you
That's
wearing them to the club.
Not to the
only
club,
in United
but-
States,
I don't
bro.
think they're gonna let
Only
you
in
wear them.
United
Okay, in
States.
United States, where are we right now?
I'd wear it to the.
Yeah,
I'd wear
but
it to
see,
the pub.
like rest of the world doesn't agree with United States and Crocs.
Okay, you don't have to wear your Crocs to the rest of the world, but you can wear your Crocs around St.
Fuck
Petersburg.
them. I like my Crocs.
Yeah,
But guess what? If I'm going on vacation, you best believe my lemon pepper steppers are coming with me.
The what?
My lemon pepper steppers.
Oh,
So, I was really big on the
He hated Crocs.
anti-Croc movement.
He bought me my first Crocs when I was older, though.
Yes. So I bought her a pair of Crocs, right? And I was like, okay, it's what she wants, so I'll just buy it, right? Hideous.
white.
And I still think they're hideous. Like these things right here on my feet are hideous. They're absolutely
No, they're
disgusting.
not. They're
Yes,
beautiful.
they are.
So
They're
at least
ugly.
you know that.
No, they're fucking disgusting, right? But they're practical and they're comfortable. So the moment I got Crocs, I stopped using all my slides. I was barely wearing shoes. Almost all the time I was wearing Crocs. My black Crocs that are the first pair I had, they're liso on the bottom. They're completely
Worn out.
worn out on the bottom. I was shit in Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
I have way too many Crocs, but I
They're-
will still
have you seen
continue
those
to buy
high heel
more.
Crocs
Yeah.
that they made for girls for a moment?
They
Would you
still
wear
have them.
those?
They're not like actual high heels, but they're the platform.
Would you wear
ones.
them?
Hell no.
were
I'm
you
already
ever
tall enough. I was saying the other day, I wish I was shorter.
were
Why
you
the
ever a
fuck would I wear
shoe
those?
kid, Alex? You ever like got into shoes, or you just kind of wore
Jordans
whatever?
and shit, yeah.
Yeah, you like Jordans?
Yeah.
I was always into shoes since I was a little kid.
Yeah, I always like
Always
shoes.
fucking
Always
shoes.
like shoes.
I used to hate when, cause we had those like sneakers. We have like turtles ninja sneakers, and like they would have lights and shit.
Yeah.
But the material was so shit. After a month, they would fucking start falling apart because they were using that shit vinyl.
Some off.
And I used to hate that shit, man. I have more shoes than some of the girls that I know.
I have a lot of shoes.
I have a
was a
If you count
skater kid,
sandals
so
and
we had,
heels and
like,
all that.
I had a
The
decent. One.
DC, the Fallen,
Yeah.
the big fat moon shoe
Fucking
shit.
DCs.
Yeah, I don't have
The
I don't have a lot of
rhinos.
sandals. I have maybe like 5 or 6 pairs of sandals, maybe.
That's still a lot for a guy, honestly.
Wait, what? They're not rhinos.
Yeah.
The Echoes. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
I have a decent amount of sneakers.
There's
I have
another one I'm
way
thinking
too
of.
many flip flops. Like if I count right now, I'll probably be off because like there's so many of them that a lot of times I forget I even have them. I have at least like 10 pairs of heels, like fucking 9 pairs of Crocs.
Jesus, do you have
So
a
Yeah,
store?
I have
there.
I have
I
five.
have white Crocs. I have ones that look like clouds. I have blue ones. I have my marble ones, my all black ones, my Mandalorian ones. Am I missing any?
I don't know.
Okay, maybe 6.
I recently
Still.
got rid of a lot of shoes recently. So it's almost in my blood, right? Because if you go talk to my 87-year-old grandpa, right, this guy still drives around and sells shoes on the side, right? That's what he does. And he goes and he buys these used shoes, he cleans them up, and he sells them. He'll send them to DR, and he'll sell clothes and stuff like that and send them to DR. And he is so into shoes and hats, right? That is his two things, right? And that shit is like in
And
my
he
blood.
always
That's what I
wears
mean.
just that one hat though.
Yeah, he does always wear that one Tampa Bay Rays
Yeah.
hat that he's obsessed with. He left it here the other day. He needs a new hat. That thing is beat. Like my work hat isn't as bad.
Well, my shit starts smelling after a while. When I
Yeah.
start sweating in them, it starts
Yeah.
smelling like, and
Yeah.
it's you can't wash them.
Yeah, you
You
can.
wash them, they're shit. You throw them
No,
away.
you get a hat case.
Doesn't
like
work. I have
Eddie's.
them. I have them. They don't work.
I only use it for that one hat. You're not gonna use it for hats that you want to stay nice and
Or
Yeah.
get like a fabric spray or something.
Bro, I've tried. It doesn't.
So
work.
I've had hats, like for example, I have that one Tampa Bay Rays hat that has that white front. That's the foam, and it got dirty when we went to Puerto Rico, right? It got some actual like dirt, like it was black on the top right here, and it's white. So I was like, "Fuck, what the fuck am I gonna do?" And I just took out some like soap, some detergent, and scrubbed that in, and then let it dry, and it.
Well, see,
out
the
fine.
problem
So
with my hats
I would
is
just keep things.
this area right here will get the sweat in,
Yellow. Yeah.
and then the sweat it's
Stain
what
it.
starts
So-
smelling.
Stain it.
Yeah, and it also stains the hats.
Yes.
I've had hats that if you sweat so much it actually goes to the brim too,
Yes.
and it'll
My
stain
tan,
right here.
my
Yeah,
tan
yeah.
ones, dude. Oh,
Yes,
These ones.
the tan one.
ones
see it,
My
right?
so
tan
bad.
Right.
polo hat that I used to wear
I
back
see,
in
like-
high school a lot.
But I feel like it's
The
just the
tan one.
shadow that I'm
Nah,
seeing
it's
right now.
not the shadow.
Damn, I need to get another
No, yeah,
one.
no, I
But I
can't
can't
tell. When
wear
you moved your
with
head,
my
what I was
big ass
seeing went
head.
away, so it
When I
was
start
the
to
shadow.
grow out my hair, I can't wear dad hats. I have to wear like this style hat,
What's a dad hat?
like
Like
The
the
ones
like
that
a
baseball
old
caps.
like an old style baseball cap.
Well, they're not squarish. They're more like
Yeah,
It's
full.
like fitted, and
Yeah.
then the thing is a little more like
yeah.
folded.
yeah.
Yeah, for me, I like the no.
You like the snaps?
Yeah, I like the no snap ones, like
You- like
full
fitted?
full back
Like
like that,
this?
fitted. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has to be size small, and not all size smalls are made equal. So sometimes they're
Well,
too
these
small.
are- these are
sometimes
just
It's
they're
straight
by
too
up
the
on
big.
The
numbers.
fitted ones are by
So-
size.
Yeah,
Huh?
inches.
It's by
Yeah,
numbers.
these are
Yeah,
by
but I don't
size.
know what my size of my
You would
head
go
is.
and
Figure it
test
out.
them, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. I actually thought my head was so much bigger than it actually is. I remember I went in. I was like, "Damn, I think I need like an 8 1/4 or some shit like that." Because I had went. I don't know. Maybe I.
When you went, you had a lot of hair too.
I
like,
don't
it was
know
long.
because it doesn't make sense. Because I have a lot of hair right now, and I'm wearing this hat fine.
It's funny to think about the evolution of like fashion because back then they were wearing top hats. Now we're just wearing regular hats. I wonder if like later on in life, people are gonna look back and like, damn, they were wearing snapbacks. Some boy, they were dapper, you know.
Shit, snapbacks were a thing like what, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And then a thing before that, 10 years before that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Right.
When you used to hang them down.
I
your-
think it's
your
time for me to
loops.
get a nice fedora. I think I could rock a fedora.
No.
See,
a little
I
bachata,
might-
a little bachata
see,
with
I
it.
wish I could rock a fedora.
I
wish
would
could.
look like
can't
them
rock that.
boys, from Jerusalem, but
You gotta get a white shirt too with it.
yeah. No, not linen shirt. No. I'm just saying
You
I
know,
could probably rock a
I wish
fedora
I could.
or like a,
It would be nice to have a job that you could dress up for. But then you think about it, and it's like, the situations you'd be in, it's like you have to dress up for mentally too, right? And it's like,
bruh,
fuck
it's
that.
a pain in the fucking ass.
Right.
I have to wake up 30 minutes early just to make sure I'm putting the right
No,
shirt on.
I don't
right
have a
pants
problem
on.
with that. I don't have a problem with the actual getting dressed part. But then you think about the situations you're getting in when you're in like that
One of-
kind of environment. You know what I mean? You have to
One of
dress
the
up your
things
mental too,
that
right?
I was most excited about starting working at Vitality was being able to like dress up.
Uniform, like
No, well, now I'm wearing scrubs. I usually wear scrubs Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then Saturday and Sunday I wear just like nice clothes,
Yeah.
whatever. But any other job that I had before, like when I worked at the gymnastics place, I would just wear like leggings and
Yeah.
the t-shirts that they gave us. When I worked at the pediatrics office, I had to
This
wear
reminds
scrubs.
I'm sorry, babe, but this reminds me of when we were working at Best Buy, right? And we would go out on the weekend sometimes, and Miguel would wear a blue fucking Ralph Lauren polo shirt. And I used to look at him like, bro, are you not sick of wearing a blue fucking polo, my guy? What's up with this? You need to throw this shirt away. You still have that polo shirt?
yes.
Yes.
How did I know? How did I know?
Bro, that shit's Calvin Klein, dog.
Nah.
Anyways, the pediatrics office was scrubs.
Was it? Wait, no, it was polo. It was a blue polo. I
think
remember
it said
because
Ralph
I don't remember
Bro,
that.
the other day I saw this meme. So this guy was like, when you break up with your girl, 2 months later, post a picture with a new girl and say, "Happy 6 months anniversary, babe." Dude, I thought, I was like, God damn, that's toxic level 100.
When I was working with my cousin, I would wear just any clothes. And other than that, the only other jobs I've had is like nannying or babysitting. So like that's also just throw anything random. So that was one of my things that I was the most excited for because I was it's kind of like office-y attire that I wear. So I was like, oh my God, finally I can like dress up. So I went with my mom to like Ross and bought a bunch of like dress pants.
Nice.
Not fancy ones, but whatever.
presentable.
So I've been
I'm
on
going
this
to work with
golf
old
pants
paint,
kick.
caulking, and concrete on all my shorts and shirts. And
So you like if
shoes.
you needed to dress up
I
for an
don't work
office,
tomorrow. I thought I did.
If you
Okay,
needed
go.
to dress up for an office, when I used to dress up for an office, I used to wear like the fucking traditional office pants and shit like that. And then later I discovered that they have them in like stretchy material.
Yep.
And then I discovered if you get the golf ones, they're even more stretchy and they look nice. And now I just buy those like Under
Yeah, I think
Armour
that's
and
like
shit
what
like
Art.
that.
That's what like
Ozzy.
Ozzy wears.
Yes, dude.
To Vitality, and he
look-
always looks so
They
nice,
look
but like
good.
comfortable.
Yes,
Comfy. They're like
comfortable.
athletic. They feel like
It's funny.
athletic
He'll
shit.
wear those fancy pants and his fancy like Vitality polo, and then some like nice ass sneakers, like some Dunks or something
Nah,
crazy every
so
time.
Ozzy always dresses up pretty nicely,
Can
right?
we
He
put
Always
the
does.
chat back?
Oh, my bad. You're right. They might be saying shit to us.
Like Ozzy
So-
might be being like, "Thanks for talking about my
I didn't see.
sneakers."
Right?
Yeah, that's
Ozzy
true.
always has really nice shoes on and stuff like that. But god damn, that gi he wore that the other day, that shit was so soft.
Yes.
It was insane. He felt like he was wearing a
Cotton
pillow.
t-shirt.
Yeah, like a really nice cotton soft t-shirt. It was insane.
The
You
thing
rolled
is,
with him just to put your face on it.
No,
see,
I
the
didn't
thing
get
is,
to roll with him
the
that
thing
day.
is about the
But when I
gi-
saw him, I just touched him, and I was like, "Oh my god, what is this?" 'Cause
The one thing-
it looked interesting. It didn't look like normal, like rough gi material.
The one thing about the gi is the whole idea. One things that people don't like the gi is how rough material it is, like
Yeah, I
to
don't
hold
like
on
it. It's,
to
like,
and things like
stiff.
that. It's stiff, right?
Yeah, and it's like, for example, if someone does like a baseball choke on you, not a exactly,
Yeah.
like a baseball choke on you or a paper cut, it leaves the freaking bruises and marks on your neck.
Yep.
That shit's rough.
Yep. And the whole thing
His
of
wasn't
that,
though. That's just nice.
that's what I'm saying. The whole thing of that just kind of gives you a little bit of advantage.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? But when you're wearing that soft shit, bro,
they hold on to you all day. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
someone will.
So
hold
you're
on to you all
actually
day.
helping them and giving them an advantage to hold on to you,
Yeah.
where they're taking away advantage from you.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
it's just like it feels better on you, but you're giving them an advantage.
Yeah.
Start hiding sticky tacks.
And
on
then
your
you have
sleeves.
geese.
Sticky tack. Nah, you're wild.
No,
you're a
if you-
demon. You're a fucking demon. I swear to God, I'll
Dare
punch
you
you.
to pull gun.
I'll
You know
punch
that's
you
what we
Miguel, if I
heard.
find it. If
Sticky
I get hit by
tack?
a fucking
You-
tack, I'm rolling with you.
You want the cheat code? I'm gonna give you the cheat code. If you do spend a little bit
Isn't
more
it
money
thumbtack?
and get a nicer gi, the nicer gis come with a fucking inlay of that of the
Linen. That linen. That's the
not
one that you
linen
showed
but the undershirt that you put in. They come with
Spandex?
that material insole. So it is not only soft, it feels good on your skin. It doesn't pinch, doesn't do any of that shit.
Yeah,
So you feel super comfortable in it,
yeah,
but from the outside it's rough as fuck.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Those are the gis that you want to get, and they'll be just as comfortable from inside as a soft gi. But then when
Gotcha.
people grab onto it, they're like, "What the fuck?"
Gotcha. I know which one you're talking about. They're
Yeah.
lined on the inside.
They're lined on the inside. And IBJJF, which is the International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Association, will not allow you to wear those gis in the competitions because they don't allow you to wear an undershirt. You have to go
Shirtless?
Shirtless,
Really?
yes, for guys only, obviously.
Why do they do that?
I don't know. It's part of the rules.
I don't want to show my titties.
Yeah, well, everybody's showing their titties.
Okay.
As far as the men goes, and they will not allow you to wear that because they translate that into having a fucking undershirt.
Okay.
Even
they're
Mark
not-
Zuckerberg had to show his titties.
Yes, he did. Yes, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Yeah, you know what? And I saw a bunch of people fucking talking shit about him on their like.
You know, it's funny. Me and Alex had this conversation the other day, and the moment I started talking about it, I was like, I thought that was really cool. And he goes, yeah, but then he was complaining about the some decision, right?
Well, he won the fucking competition.
Yeah, and he won silver and gold in
Yeah.
the two separate conversations, right? But then Alex was telling me that there was some clip of him that he got put into some position, and then they gave the point, and then he complained, and they reversed it and caused the draw instead. of
Also,
the other
spend
guy
your
winning.
Facebook account.
Well,
I
he
just
complained
said
and they reversed
liquid
it.
overdose.
So otherwise, he
DR.
would have lost in the
Yes.
match.
Or
Yes.
liquor overdose.
So I
in
mean,
DR.
if he was right, then he was right.
Who knows? I didn't see the clip.
Yeah,
Right.
because if you're right, I've seen that happen in competitions where the coach is like, "Yeah, bro, like what the fuck? This is what happened," and then it all depends on a judge. If the judge is like, "Yeah, you know what? You're right," it's kind of like
Yeah.
then they'll reverse it, or some like when Felix was being a judge.
Alex just called white privilege out.
No, 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 no,
Just-
no. So
I had to say it. I had to
No, no,
fucking
no.
say
So
it.
when
I
Felix
had to
was a
say it.
judge, they had this kid. They had him in a Kimura, and this kid was very, very flexible. This kid's fucking arm was up there, and Felix called it. He's like, "Listen, I'm not gonna be the guy that's gonna be here when this kid's fucking arm breaks."
Yeah.
And the judge and the coaches
Coach
were
freaked out,
complaining,
yeah.
and it's like, "Bro, no." He goes, "These are young kids. His arm was up there, even though he wasn't tapping."
Yeah.
And literally an hour later, this chick was in the same fucking thing. They
Ripped the
didn't call
shoulder?
it when pop, she broke the fucking bone. This bone.
Oh yeah.
They snapped the bone in half.
Yeah. Bro, I keep seeing that a lot in triangle kimuras.
Yep.
I keep seeing that a lot.
Yes. Because like the thing is, people will not tap, and then something's gotta give.
Yeah.
Something's gotta
It's, probably,
give.
it's either the shoulder or the bone.
Yeah,
right?
something's gotta give. And imagine you being the judge and fucking not calling it. Why would you want that?
Ego's
Hey,
a good way to get something broken.
Yeah.
yeah, but it's just one fucking competition. So what if you lost? There's gonna be another competition. Is it
Exactly.
worth your fucking arm?
Liquor overdose in DR. You guys are already at that level. It's not even midnight yet. What the fuck?
Are we at 2 hours yet?
We are. Yes, we have passed the 2 hour mark. Damn, that's crazy. We talked for this long. It went by quickly.
Well, they're
We're at
on
the 2 hour and 10 minute mark.
they're on coconuts and rum time right now. They're on that demon time right now.
Your brother called me earlier. He's like, "Bro, I'm running off 2 hours of sleep right now. I'm dead."
Yeah, he's
What
gonna
time
sleep
did they go
well.
to sleep at then?
I don't know, but they dropped the dog off at like 4 in the morning. I didn't even get up. I just heard them and we went right back to sleep.
Yeah, yeah. Because they left 4 in the morning, right?
Yeah.
I
I don't
told him
know.
to
I
get
mean,
up
I didn't
a
really
little
look at
earlier.
the clock, but
They
Emily,
told
He said
me
he's
they were
leaving
coming
4:30.
at
Emily
4.
told me that they were coming at 4:30 is what
Maybe
she had
leaving
told me. So
here
that's why I
at
know that they
4:30.
came. And I assume that they came at that time. I'm sure I could look on the camera and figure out
Yeah.
what time, but whatever.
Yeah, because they had to drive to Orlando, and their flight was at 8:55, and
left
I was
me-
like, bro, that's Orlando. Sometimes those lines are big, because Orlando is a much bigger
They
airport.
left me with
you
their
know?
stinky dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
they
stinks.
both stink.
No, Nala didn't. Maybe now because they've been together, but Nala didn't last night.
It was weird because the other day my grandpa had freaking showered her with the water they used to bathe to shower all the plants that come from the city. That's like that.
The
It
sprinkler
doesn't.
water.
It's not really like that nasty smelling water. Like you can't smell it if you're just walking by the house. You know how there's some like for example.
Yeah,
you
the
just,
sulfur.
Yeah,
the
you just
reclaimed water.
You just drive by in front of the house and you can smell it from
Rotten
in your
elks.
car. Yeah, it just smells like ass. This one is one of those that you have to like actually get the water and pull it up to your nose, and you're like, oh yeah, that's not good water, right? But anyways, he's watering the plants and shit, and then he just comes inside and goes, "Oh my god, your dog is so annoying! Like she keeps trying to bite at the water and shit." And then I'm going, "So you fucking wet her? You didn't bring her inside before you start wetting the plants?" And clearly seeing that she's like chasing after the water. No, I just wet her face a little bit. Okay. When I go out there, bro, the fucking dog's drenched, just fucking drenched, right?
And a wet dog, there's something about dogs. They get wet. I don't give a shit
But
what kind
you know
of
what's
water
crazy?
it is, man.
Nala
Nasty.
is built different.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if it's just me that when I can tell because
You're
no,
used to her, bro.
No, it's not that I'm used to her. You know why? Because I know I can tell when she stinks, and I'll tell you when she stinks. Because, for example, when she goes outside and I'll leave her out for maybe an hour and a half plus,
Yes.
she comes and she fucking smells like ass.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you that for real. But
Yeah,
like
and
right
that
now,
happens to
and right
every
now, I'm not
dog.
saying she smells good, but she's not like Zeus that right now you pet her and you smell your hands. She might She might smell like dirt, like backyard. Zeus smells like ass.
No, I think they both smell about the same right now. When I pet them, every time I pet a fucking dog, I wash my hands. I don't
Yes,
smell
I
fucking
do the
time.
same. I do the same thing. I usually pet the dog and then I'll go wash my hands,
Yeah.
just because I just think about like how a dog lives, right? How I watch Nala do. Like she just fucking throws herself in the dirt and lays there, right? Like
You know what's the
common
funny
sense.
part?
Like the fact that your sister, my sister and your brother sleep with that fucking beast in the bed.
Nah.
That's disgusting.
Nah,
and I tell them that's disgusting.
Yeah, nah, man,
They
nah.
tripping. They tripping.
Nah, bro, no.
Yeah, I love my dogs, but no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
No.
in bed with me.
You know what's the
My
funny
dog
part?
used
Like-
my dog used to sleep with me, and then my mom decided to get him like a little bed.
Bro, your
It looks
dog
like the-
afraid of its own shadow. That
Yeah,
bitch
I
don't
know,
even go
but
outside.
But
What are you talking
still,
about?
he still gets dirty. But he used to
Just
just
talking
sleep by
about-
my
Yeah,
feet.
he's
But
such a little
still, whatever.
crackhead.
But then my mom got him like a little bed that looks like the beds in kindergarten that have like the little legs and then it's like a mesh. That's literally what it looks like. And he's so fancy. He has like a little cushion on it, a blanket, like a bed sheet almost, and then a blanket. Sometimes I'll be in my room and my mom's like, Emily, come here. And I'm like thinking, oh, she probably needs me to grab something for her. When I walk into the room, she's like, cover the dog. I'm like, bitch, he can cover himself. He can figure it out.
But see, think about it this way: they don't go outside. They fucking run around in dirt. Like they roll around in dirt, come back, everything is fine. You go out there, roll around for 2 fucking days. You're gonna come back with 9 ringworms on different parts of your fucking body. You know what I mean? These motherfuckers just do all that extra shit and still come back normal. I don't know how that happens.
I just walk barefoot outside and I feel disgusting. Imagine just laying in the dirt and then like.
I have this thing when I know I'm just gonna get dirty and just fucking get dirty. You know what I mean?
Like, yeah, like if you're doing something for fun or whatever, like yeah, whatever, and then you just go take a shower.
For example, like when I go to the beach, if I know I'm gonna get in the water, I have no problem with like sitting in the sand and
I hate
just
the
laying
sand.
down in the sand and getting full of sand.
That shit.
That's why, like,
because I know I'm gonna go wash it off.
The only way I like going to the beach, like genuinely like it, is when you go on the boat.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want sand touching you, it'll never touch you. Like you can get in the water and right back on the boat and forget about the sand.
Bro. For me, even that. When I'm on a boat, I don't want anything fucking touching me in that water, in the sand.
Yo, you look like a fucking.
Shit.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you look like a chick right now. You're like propping up in your chair, like, oh, I'm not gonna touch none of those things. Oh my god.
No, I mean, I still
on.
get sweaty and all of that. I do, but. Like
sweaty, oh my god!
Just the feel of the grime on my skin.
Yeah, like
I can't
dry.
fucking
I
stand
get a
it.
little
Yeah.
sticky.
You get like everything feels dry and like.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, bro, we worked at Arthur's house for 4 months. I know what time it is, bro. I would come back and my fucking shirt smell like they haven't been washed in 3 fucking months.
Construction. When you do construction work, that's a whole different level.
Yeah.
If you do fencing or roof work, that's when you really get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah.
The
but,
amount of ass sweat.
Yeah, the ass sweat, right? Like, I don't mind that. But, like, when I'm enjoying my time and,
relate.
like, that uncomfortable feeling, I just can't. I can't fucking. I have to be drinking. If I'm drinking, don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? But if I'm not drinking, I'm just there to be there. I'm not.
Are you going on the 28th?
Huh?
Are you going on the 28th?
Fuck yeah, I'm going on the 28th.
Are you gonna be like?
Nope.
I don't want to get in the water.
Nope, because I'm on 28th. I'm gonna be drinking. Bro, we got wrecked so many on a sun. Getting drunk on a sun, you get fucking wrecked, real quick.
And
That's
nice
on a
and
Sunday.
sunburnt.
That's on a Sunday.
Yes.
I need to make sure to do the account Saturday.
I already told you that.
Oh, that's on a Sunday.
Yes.
We're going on a Sunday.
And then Memorial Day, Monday.
So we're not gonna roll
Oh
that day?
shit, we're not. Huh?
I'm assuming we're not rolling that day.
Nah, man, we'll be rolling in the water and liquor.
No,
That's what we'll be
because
rolling in.
I mean, my brother said he's gonna go out on the water.
All right, I'm gonna
by,
tackle
like,
one of you. Don't
7.
be surprised.
My brother said he's gonna go out on the water by
I'm
like
dragging
7,
fucking
8 a.m.
Sweep you guys.
We can do beach jujitsu.
No, that's Sandy. That's real Sandy.
Sandy crack.
Sandy clams.
See, on
Anyways.
Sundays at Ozzy's, I'd have to deal with one of you guys' like feet or whatever in my face. When it's Sandy too, no. He's fucking all rubbing all over that sand over our faces. No.
I get a couple of drinks and yeah, I bet I'd talk you into rolling with me on the beach.
No.
Y'all would get sand in your eyes.
No, you wouldn't.
It'd be blind
Then
rolling.
you can
That's
try
for sure.
that. Stick your dick in the sand.
He's dying.
A tripod. That's the new tripod on the beach. When he tells you to get on tripod.
Bro, did you know this? I don't know if this is true or not. I saw it on a fucking TikTok or not TikTok, on a reel. This girl was, if a guy loses about 20 to 30 pounds, that adds an inch to his dick.
Loses? There's.
I saw
Yes.
that.
It's not
that.
that
I don't know
it
if that's
adds,
true
it's
or
that
not.
it just looks bigger
It looks
because
bigger
you're
because you're
skinnier, dog.
skinnier.
So it adds the inches because you don't got the
No,
fupa
you're just-
anymore.
You're just
It
a
doesn't-
Fat or
you're
upper
just a
penis
fat
area.
ass
It
and you
doesn't
couldn't
add
see
anything.
dick.
It'll be the same size. It'll just look bigger.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's like for
originally it's the same
example.
size, but there's more of it outside now than there is inside.
No,
You know what I
listen.
mean?
That's like for example, if
You know, when
you
women lose weight, it becomes a lot more
You
cavernous.
know, that reminds me. I'm sorry.
When women lose weight, their pussy becomes more cavernous.
I don't believe that.
No?
Is it?
Oh,
I
it
know
makes
that-
sense. It makes sense. There's less like cushion in there to like be things like impact, like be compact in there. You know what I mean? It makes sense. It could make sense if for any reason that fat is transferred in that area and becomes more dense.
But what I know for
You know,
sure
like
is
if the hand is like nice. No, I'm not getting into
well,
it.
what I know for sure is woman's mouth is proportional to her vagina. Yep.
I'm not gonna start walking around.
It looks like a male can gain up to 1 inch due to 30 to 50 pounds of weight loss.
There you go.
Anyways, but that's
So
like I
what
was
you've
saying,
already
if you
like?
lose weight,
What if you already like 8? Then what that happens? You start fucking giving.
I also think you have to like.
gastrointestinal fucking
I also
problems
think you have
girls?
to be overweight in the first place, right? Like for example, if you're already like at weight, like how much can you gain? You know what I mean? Like if you're already skinny.
No, I mean you talking about maybe a 1/4 inch dick extra. You know what I mean?
what I'm trying to say, for example, if a woman like works out or whatever, and she makes, or not even working out, but whatever, she figures out what's causing like her stomach bloating and whatever. And now she has a flat stomach. Now her ass will look way bigger than it did before, just
Yeah,
because of
obviously.
the like
Yes.
ratio.
Yeah.
Before, even if it was the exact same size,
Yeah.
the butt has not changed because she had the belly. It made it look smaller, like
So
in comparison.
I've been noticing this trend, like, and it's been fucking going crazy. Apparently, I read something about it too. That these girls will go, like, these girls are like hella overweight. They'll go and get the fat sucked out just from their like abdomen area to get their ass to stay as big as it is.
Fat transfer.
No fat transfer. Like they'll have a big ass already because they're overweight.
They'll just do lipo.
They
Not
do
a BBL, just lipo.
complete lipo of like they'll get their waist to normal, like what they would actually look like without the fat, but their ass still stays at that size. I don't know. This has been going
ass
around.
is in these days.
Huh?
Ass is in these days, he said.
Well, I think ass has been in throughout the fucking nations, right? Like when they tested guys, like guys would always say that the guys will always say that
I don't know, man. I find this
oversized ass to
weird.
waist ratio.
I always think that. Then I talk to guys on daily and shit like that, and I've asked people like, "Oh, what do you think?" And there's a lot of guys that go for the tits, man.
It's whoever greets you first.
No,
I mean,
so
shit, look at the early 2000s.
Are you an
all the
ass or
idols
are you an
like
ass or a tit guy?
Cameron Diaz and
me,
stuff.
I'm more proportions guy. I don't want the ass
I
to
ask
be.
one or the other. It's
So
or.
for me, it's the proportion,
It's
right?
like when
Like
I
if-
asked
No,
him earlier
choose
about
one
the
or
trip.
the other.
So let me ask you.
What do you prefer grabbing?
Would you prefer a girl to have small titties and a medium booty, or medium?
He's
titties?
saying proportion. He wants
No,
it to just be
listen,
even.
listen.
It's,
Yes.
But I'm
No,
giving-
don't talk about the size. Just in general, what do
Okay,
you
but
like?
but I'm giving him a either or. Like there's one or the other. That's it, right? So girl with small titties,
Mhm.
medium booty.
Okay.
Right? This is a
Small titties, medium
healthy
booty.
looking girl.
Let's
right?
say A cup with the big like booty that's.
Oh, you want
bigger.
tiny?
No,
So,
no,
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 he's saying
no, no,
small titties. That's
no,
what I'm
no, no,
asking.
no, small
What's
titties, not like mosquito
All
bites.
titties are good titties.
Not mosquito bites either.
Uh-huh.
You know, like something.
Like what
there.
size? What size are we talking
Like a
about?
B cup.
A B
B
cup.
cup, but what size? Like, is it a 32B? Is it a 36B? Because there's a difference.
32.
32B?
Or maybe 34. I don't know.
32B is gonna stick out. Hell.
So, but a 32B,
Not really.
32.
Yeah, it is, 'cause
okay, listen.
your back is
32B with a medium sized booty, medium to large, not nothing crazy. Right?
Okay.
Because it's a healthy, small looking girl,
Yeah.
right? And then you have a small booty with a C32.
Nah, I'll go with the first one.
From B to C, it doesn't change that much. You know
Yeah,
that,
it
right?
doesn't. But if she's completely flat and she's very top heavy and she's like looks like a dude, nah, that's a no for me, dog.
No, that's it. Looks like a dude, but she has small booty, but she got nice big titties.
Oh yeah, and then at that point either war would be good. But if I were to pick, I guess
So small titties,
small
big
titties. I'll go with
booties?
small titties because she can
Yeah,
have back
small
issues.
titties. Yeah, there you
Especially-
go. Oh, back
especially-
issues. Get the fuck out of here from
Wait,
back
wait.
issues.
Well-
I mean appearance.
Wait.
Be a,
If
be,
she's
I'm
to
asking
be-
you to be
He
a,
goes
a-
so deep into everything.
Like,
Yeah, I
if
know,
she's
I'm
gonna
asking
be my
caveman
wife-
brain this answer, bro. Come on.
Yeah,
It's
because I'm
just
picking.
either or.
I'm picking out of two worst scenarios. So I have to talk through this, right? Like I'm picking over two
Yes.
shitty scenarios.
No, it's not a shitty scenario.
It is.
No.
For me is more. For me is the proportion.
Oh my God.
Like where her ass matches her booty, matches her waist.
Her boobs, you mean?
Yeah, like her ass. Yes,
Look.
her boobs match her ass, match her waist.
Small titties, big booty. Big titties, small booty. That's the question.
If she's my girl and she's gonna be a wife, I say small titties, because I don't want to fucking pay for some back surgery or decreasing of the boobies.
Straight up appearance wise, it's just like because what you like appearance, not because of long and.
I still go with the booty.
There
I
you
go
go.
with the booty.
Okay.
I go with the
that,
booty.
that was
I'd
that was
rather
such a
be-
simple answer right
I'd
in the
rather
end.
be flat chested with a fat ass.
Nah, see that
They're in the way. Like, what do I want these for besides breastfeeding?
we keep them in our mouths. We keep them in our mouths.
Well,
Or when we go
Yeah,
to
nice
sleep,
toys.
You can keep nothingness in your mouth.
Bro said stress toys.
The only cuddle item a man is allowed to have without it being a childish, like a toy, is a titty.
The what?
The only cuddling item a man can have without it being childish, like a toy or something, or
Mm-hmm.
a freaking stuffed bear, is a titty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if you have big titties, you can lay down on one and cover up with the other one. There's
Cover
the
up with the other.
There's a
Yo,
benefit
that
of
reminds
that
me of
too.
that. You guys seen that hillbilly chick that smashes beer cans with her titties? That shit's insane. I don't know how. Like, what does she have in there?
Wait.
Wait.
Just wait, bro. Them motherfuckers are
Have y'all
heavy.
seen the one of the girls on like TikTok with really big boobs that they've been starting to like use their boobs to like hold onto something?
No.
Like if they're cooking or something, they'll literally just take the bowl and like
Oh,
like,
yes,
hold the bowl
yes,
with their
I've
boob.
seen that. I've seen
like
that.
they'll put it under their boob and the boob just holds it, and so they'll like go and grab
I've
the
heard
other
of
thing
people talking
and
about that. Yes.
No, I haven't seen that. But, I mean, I guess.
I guess you could say they're good military women. Like if they were to go
So-
undercover, they could just had a gun under their.
So,
boob.
one thing about the boobs that is not attractive to me, like especially if you're talking about the big boobs, where they're not in the prime anymore, and like the
if they're big, they're never gonna be in the
nipple-
prime.
Yeah, well,
Gravity.
when they're younger, they're nice and perky. They're staring at you, the nipples. But when they're not in a prime anymore, them nipples are staring directly down to their toes.
That has nothing to do with being young though. That's number one, genetics, and number two, if they're past a certain size, gravity is
Oh,
going to make
shit.
them sag
Oh, God.
regardless.
So I was
Listen.
about to say, I have seen titties that are big titties that are not necessarily pointing at the floor. So
Yeah, but they're usually younger because when they get older, especially with the free the titty movement, more and more of them gonna start looking at
you
your
know,
toes.
it's actually worse wearing a bra.
Is it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
It'll bruise like internally and stuff.
shit.
Until then it'll cause.
Free the nipples, motherfuckers. Free
Yeah,
the
it'll
nipples.
cause.
I'm with
worse
it. Free the
stuff,
nipples.
actually.
If
I'm
a
all
guy can
about
take
that.
his shirt off, so can a girl. Whatever.
Nah, listen.
Well,
out
I'm
of all
not
the
saying
problems in
taking
the
off
world
the
we
shirt,
have,
but like
out of all the
being
problems in the world
normalized.
we have, this is not one of the number ones we should be worried about. But
In
Listen, I'm not
Berlin,
saying-
you can go to public proles as a woman and
Yeah, I seen
be
that.
topless.
I'm
fuck it,
not
I'm all about
saying-
that.
listen,
as many
listen.
of them, the better.
Listen, Linda, I'm not saying free the nipples in the way of like being completely topless, but I think we need to normalize like being able to wear a t-shirt without a bra and people not like looking at you weird because like
Oh, I'm not-
you got
I'm
a
not
little
looking at
cold
them
in the
weird.
nipples.
I'm not looking at them
them
weird.
I'm not even looking at you.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at them things
Listen.
staring at
Or maybe
me.
it's just a mental thing because so many people are like, you're not gonna wear a bra. Like, what is wrong with
Listen,
you? Blah blah. You know
as
what
a
I mean?
gentleman, I should always look at what's inside of her chest, her heart. This is where I'm looking.
Wait. But
Into
can I
her
say
heart.
something?
Bye.
Can I say something? What about when it's an older woman? You think she should be able to do the same thing?
Why
No,
not?
she should be taken to prison for that.
Ah, there you
That's
go.
fucked up.
There you go. I knew I was gonna get that answer out of somebody. Exactly, and that's where there you go. That's where it would become unfair.
That should be a business.
But
then-
if you got to deal with 21-year-old perky little titties staring at you in the store with a little nipple piercing, whatever, you also got to deal with granny with saggy titties pointing at toes
Listen,
in her little gown,
listen, with
nightgown,
grannies-
with no bra on. So
with grannies, them bitches already so damn
No,
saggy.
no.
You don't
Go.
know where it starts and you don't know where it finishes. Them motherfuckers can be up to her fucking belly button. You
Go.
don't know.
Start
Or
looking
more.
at them things
Or
long
more.
enough, you're gonna think it's the fucking map to the center of the earth.
Yeah,
Go.
that's.
I would get a breast reduction.
See, now I agree with that. If they're causing you some issue, but then those are fun bags. Why would you fucking? It's like us chopping off our dicks in half.
Okay. Well, they're
Yeah,
in the
well.
way. They're uncomfortable.
I like
Clothes
it.
don't-
Wait.
Clothes
I think
don't
that's
look
a really
right.
funny point and kind of in like in a way makes sense. But then you just think about it. It's like the problems that that like you talk about back problems.
Yeah.
So.
You solve a
I
lot
hope
of
my
issues
back
by
always
cutting
hurts. I don't
titties off.
think-
If you
I
cut
don't know
your
if it's
dick
from my
off, you're
boobs
not
or
really
not,
solving
but-
many problems.
So I think the problem could be solved by just going to the gym, straightening your back muscles, and like doing things because I don't think we fucking exercise anymore as much.
Okay,
We
but
don't.
if
We're very
if your boobs
sedentary.
are past a certain size, regardless of how much exercise you do, it's not gonna take that
Listen,
away.
if you got nice deltoids on your back, like if your back is always arched because you're doing some sort of a sport or you're working out, you're taking care of yourself, like yeah, the weight's gonna be there, but then your back muscle is gonna support that shit.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
I'd
like
rather,
aid.
I'd rather
But
just go and
what
get a
about
breast
when you get
reduction.
older?
When you get older, I think as a girl, I think it should be within your prerogative to consistently strive for like looking fit.
But once you get older, when you can't start and you can't keep working out.
Well, I mean, you still can. I've seen some viejitas out there doing the little fucking aerobics with the like a 2 pound weight in their hands doing this thing, you know? Like, just do something.
Yeah, those
Just
viejitas,
move.
those viejitas also usually weigh like 110 pounds.
Yeah.
No titties, no booty.
That's
No,
okay.
nothing.
That's okay. She gave birth to my children. I'm gonna love her just the same as on the first date.
Well, that's a whole
Well-
nother story.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Instead of
we're
working
a little
out.
bit over. We're like at 2:30 something now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, instead of working out, I'd rather just snip.
Yeah, the easy way. See?
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Women are lazy.
Yeah, I'd rather
Women
have
are
tiny
lazy, I don't
boobs
wanna
that
hear
look
anything.
great
Arthur,
and
your,
everything.
Arthur, your brother agrees with you, by the way, with your whole workout.
What do you say?
He said you just need to work out. That's
Yeah,
exactly
you
what he
do.
This spoke is back.
No, I'd rather just
Work
chop,
your
chop.
back. Work your back, won't have issues. Strengthen the muscles, problem solves.
No, I'd rather just chop.
Chop, chop.
Yeah, because it's the easy
No,
way
no.
out.
That's
and this
okay.
is why anytime I ever hear a girl say the guys are lazy, this is bullshit. It's the women that are lazy.
Guys are lazy about certain
100%.
things.
Do you want me to stop it from here? I can stop it from studio.
Either way.
All right, boys and girls, thank you so much. I've been looking at the likes. That's why I haven't said anything. There's a bunch of you in there, and you did like and subscribe. And if you didn't, could you please do that? That would immensely help us. I know majority of you have done that. Thank you for that. Thanks again for being here, guys, and listening from DR and everything. This is gonna add to our whatchamacallit, the not statistics, but the
Analytics.
analytics. It's gonna add to our analytics, which is awesome. You know, we just went international.
Oh wow, it's not letting, usually it would let me hit stop stream here. It's all you have to
Yeah,
do it over there.
Miguelito will take care of it, I guess. You know, since he's the producer. Fucking job. But yeah, guys, thanks again, Alex, for hopping on the stream.
Yeah, thank you for coming, brother.
Yeah, this one was more of a fun episode.
I like this one. Just us talking shit. You know,
Yeah.
little team meeting of just hanging out.
Yeah.